Hello. Oh, whoa, that's hot. That is loud. Okay, sweet. All right, I'm turning my mic off. Yes.
Everything's great, Jacob. Thanks, sir. Should we?
I should have just got you some new material.
That soda machine works on the ground.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that. So I tried that.
Ready? All right, Jake, whenever you're ready. And welcome in, football fans. It is the Friendswood Mustangs' second round of the state playoffs here live from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, where your Friendswood Mustangs will face for the first time in school history the Cedar Park High School Timberwolves from Austin, Texas. Tell you what, this Cedar Park team, you talk about a pedigree, they have one. They have been to the playoffs, let's see now, I'm going to get my numbers right, I believe 11 years straight, and they have been in the state finals several years, getting a couple championships. This is no weak opponent, and I tell you what, you can hear the crowd. This is the atmosphere that these players would have been wanting to play in all season long. I am Kirk Lowe, joined as always with my broadcast partner, Josh Fritz. Coach Fritz, how you doing tonight?
Coach, I am doing awesome tonight. I had a very busy day, got a good chance to go see the junior varsity basketball team. My son's on the team play today, and they made a trip up to NRG to see the stadium, and it's a great sight to be here, isn't it? Isn't it fun?
My goodness, I mean, we're sitting here watching a highlight video of Cedar Park on the largest screen I think what you and I are ever going to get a call in front of. The atmosphere is electric on both sides. Cedar Park fans made the trip in this morning. Friendswood made the quick drive up 45. And again, this is every high school player's in this area's dream to play at NRG. We've had a few games here in the past. I think the last time we were here was a Summer Creek game when Friendswood knocked off Summer Creek in an epic affair. And right now they're trying to do the same thing tonight versus a very strong Cedar Park team. For District 10 5A, Shadow Creek already punched their ticket to the third round. Richmond Foster punched their ticket to the third round. They'll play each other next Friday. For Friendswood, looking to be that third out of four teams who punched that ticket, they will play the Manor next Friday. We'll see where that's going to be, assuming they can take care of business today versus Cedar Park. We're going to have the national anthem, and then we will get this thing kicked off. Throw a few stats your way. Right now we have the national anthem. And welcome back here to NRG. Again, we are just 2 minutes away from the opening kickoff. Appreciate everyone listening tonight on MCS Sports. You've been with us all season long. Miss Nelson and Miss Bailey so far. Miss Bailey, we're going to work on all our any technical difficulties. We are broadcasting here from this giant bubble called NRG, and sometimes these you never know how these things are going to go. We're fixing to have the meeting of the captains on the field. For Friendswood, we have Christian Lee, Ryan Helton, we have Dane Roney, and we have
Connor Haynes.
Yes, thank
sir.
you. We are getting our binoculars all set here as we are up. You don't get much higher than you and I are right now.
Right.
But a great vantage point all the same.
It is a great vantage point. You know, and we're not here at the friendly confines of Henry Winston Stadium by any means, but it's a great place to play football. And it reminds me of the movie Hoosiers, when
Yes.
the coach says, Ollie, get on strapped shoulders. He measures the goal. He measures the lane, the foul line. He says, you know what, guys? Still the same measurements as our gym back in Hickory.
Yep.
So even though we're at this great place, NRG, got the big board, we're up really high, they still got to play within the lines of the 100 yards of the football field, and they got to take care of business. I know Friendswood has been working on some different things, mixing some things up. for this game tonight. I know the quarterback there, especially for Cedar Park, number 4, Hernandez, has thrown for over 2,500 yards this year, Kirk. That's a lot of yards for high school football, and he's a junior.
Yeah, and he's a junior. Has 30 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, a 64% completion ratio, very similar to, of course, our guy Luke Garden, as you know.
Very similar, very similar.
He's also their leading rusher, though, 347. So he wants to pass first,
right?
But he can definitely run the ball. He's got some good weapons at receiver, including Josh Cameron, leading the team with 950 yards in receiving yards. This team has got multiple weapons. Then on defense, they're led by their defensive tackle, Ben Bell, coming in with 92 total tackles on the season.
That's
7
crazy.
sacks.
In 11 ball games.
Yes.
That is crazy. And, their first game of the year, they lost 17-0.
Yes.
They've won 10 straight ball games. So they're definitely coming in on a high note from winning all those games. And, it's going to be a good matchup tonight. I think it's almost a mirror image of what Friendswood tries to do with their passing and trying to get some yards, get to the skill guys. It's going to be a great game. So if you're out there, listen up. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
It really is. And you and I talked about this before. To us, this game's going to come down to the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, because they are so very similar teams, both offensively and defensively, similar personnel. You got to keep it clean. We just saw a game before us where Atascocita put a beating on Dickinson, where Dickinson just shot themselves in the foot too many times early and then couldn't claw their way back up. So we'll see how this goes. We're ready to kick off. Friendswood loses the toss. They will receive. We have Connor Haynes back.
Looks like Palitz.
And pass. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to be fair caught right at the 33-yard line. Looks like John McCabe with the fair catch. And we are underway here as Friendswood will start their first possession on their own 34-yard line. Again, welcoming everyone listening. Sure appreciate having everyone listen all season long. And it is going to be a great one tonight. Settle in. Let your friends know we are here at NRG most of the evening. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Mustangs in their Mustang blue jerseys, white helmets, white pants. Moving left to right on your computer screen. Balls on the left hash. Garden. Back to pass. Quick pass out to Palitz. We've seen that all year. You're going to see that a lot tonight. But a 5-yard gain for Noah Palitz. And again, that's been Friendswood's bread and butter. We've got a lot of great receivers, but we've got some really good ones in that backfield.
Yeah, Gurdon has to go down to those second look sometimes, hit those receivers out there in the flats. The ball was actually tipped, fluttered a little bit. Palitz able to pick it up there before it hit the turf and get some positive yards out of it.
Cedar Park in their 3-4 defense. That's their base D. Gurdon back to pass again. Got a man, Christian Lee at the 45. Caught. First down to the 50-yard line goes Christian Lee.
A nice little sit-down route. We mentioned that before. He goes out about 6-8 yards, sits down, and again, there's Christian Lee. Takes 3 guys to hit him to actually get him down. So again, one-on-one matchup. I'm going to put my money on number 6.
Absolutely. Ball's on the right hash, right at midfield. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Space that defense out. Little movement up front. That defensive line for Cedar Park. Again, they do run that 3-4 defense. They have been led to bring a backer, different backers every time, kind of see where they're going to do right now. Right now, though, Friendswood's got them spaced out pretty well. Gurdon back to pass, only a 3-man rush. Pass is incomplete. Looking for McCabe, little slant route. Would have been about a 5-yard gain, but that is incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 5 now for the Mustangs. Ball's right at midfield. Just underway here, no score. 10:50 left here in the first quarter from NRG.
Well, it looks like to me that Friendswood's got some pretty good protection on the first few series. O-line's doing a great job up front. Center Sean McHenry, Riggs, and Mitchell there, making sure they clog up the middle, giving Gurdon plenty of time to look out and survey the field. 2nd
and 10 for the Mustangs. Trip formation on the left side, single receiver to the right. Palitz in the backfield. Palitz squirts out. This time they cover him up. Looking for McCabe again on the slant. It's incomplete.
Looks like they brought that backer, Kirk, trying to blitz there and give Gurdon a little different
look. What they're going to do, absolutely.
Yeah, had to hurry up a little bit, I think, on that throw. I don't think he's quite ready to throw it when he had to, but he had to get rid of it because that backer was coming up quick.
Look at Wiesenhunter on the breakup. It's now 3rd and 10 for your Stangs. Again, we anticipate, with that 3-man front, a 4th pressure man. It's going to be one of those inside backers, somebody on the outside. See, they'll bring a safety up every now and then, move a backer back, let that safety come in. They are not going to let Friendswood. They're not going to let Luke Gurdon sit back there and have all day. Gurdon back to pass. He's pressured, rolling to his right. Got a man that's caught.
Catch.
And it is caught. Oh, he's about a yard short. Beautiful catch by Noah Palitz.
That was a nice catch there, getting his feet in bounds. He actually had both feet in bounds, even though he didn't have to. Roll out by Gurdon, which you've seen there to his side. Great catch by Payless. Good job. We're going fourth, and it is a very short one.
It is a short one. You're right.
Are we going to go heavy package here? They're going to just. They're going to go for it.
They are.
They're bringing in.
They're bringing in Matt Reyes. They're bringing in Dane Roney, and of course Trey Mapp.
Yes, sir.
We have seen this all season long, and I'm sure Cedar Park has seen this on video. Wow, they bring in a big boy up front. He is a load. Handoff Roney. First down. Pushed him out of the way. Dane Roney with the push. Nice job. First and 10. New set of downs for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted on the Cedar Park 39-yard line.
And it looks like they might have scouted that play all year. They did bring in number 71,
Toy Crozier.
Big man right
goodness.
there. I'm sure they've seen that on film, brought it in, but Friendswood nonetheless got the push on the offensive line. Fresh set of downs.
And they've got a sophomore D-end, Ian Ferguson. He doesn't look much smaller than that last one.
Monster,
at
number
D-end.
77. Yes, sir. Big boy.
One back in the backfield. Gurdon back to pass. Looking for that man. Caught. That is complete. Christian Lee, ball's the 27, and that's another first down right there. A little 11-yard gain on that from Gurdon to Lee.
Yeah, it looks like Noah Payless was in the area there, too. I think they might have messed up on the route. Normally you don't want two receivers within 5 yards of each other, but nonetheless, Christian Lee goes up, makes the catch, and lets the DB know, I just caught that on you, by the way.
Absolutely. Christian Lee, he always lets you know where he's at.
Exuding confidence.
Yes, sir. Trips formation, left side, single receiver. Elizondo to the right. Handoff right side, Payless. Makes a cut.
Nice.
Oh, down ankle tackle. 5-yard gain from Noah Payless. Gets down to the 22-yard line of Cedar Park. Friendswood first drive of the ball game for either team. This has been methodical. Friendswood mixing it up. Little run, mostly pass. Gurdon's done a great job tonight. Offensive line's giving him some good protection. 2nd and 5 now from the right hash. Ball is on the Cedar Park 22-yard line. Payless still in there, offset to the right. Trips formation, right side, single receiver, Lee to the right. See if they look for Lee now, maybe the corner of the end zone. They are. You're going to loft it to Christian Lee. Oh, he just didn't see it. He just didn't see it.
You're right, he did not see it.
There's a miscommunication on that. Is they had Lee in single coverage. Is what you want to see right there. And Lee just never looked.
It looked like he was going a little inside route, and I think Gurdon threw it more to his right side to the outside. And I think Christian Scott, they got confused on the route there.
Bring up a 3rd down and 5 now for your Mustangs. Again, ball's on the Cedar Park 22-yard line. First drive of the game, 9-10 left here in the first quarter. Gurdon back to pass. Pass is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. As a matter of fact, gets right, maybe a yard on that is Dawson Johnson. I tell you what, Noah Payless has been a leading receiver all year, but they are picking him out of the backfield. Linebackers putting a hit on him. And there's nowhere for Payless to go right now.
Absolutely. They're trying to chip him. This chip, a quick chip block, slow him down in that, so they don't want him getting the flats, which if I'm Cedar Park, I'm doing the same thing.
I mean, both these, you're in the second round. These coaching staffs know what they're doing. They scout very well, and they know that. Friendswood going for it, 4th and 3. Ball's on the 20. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon throws the ball. Incomplete. Don't think that would have counted anyway. Payless ran out of bounds.
Yes, sir. He ran out of bounds. He can't be the first guy to touch the ball, and he comes back. That's when that referee throws that hat down.
Yeah.
Well, now here's the situation, though, Kirk. It's on the 20. You either go for the field goal because you can't punt it from there. So this is going to put that vaulted Friendswood defense.
Yes.
We're going to probably see maybe a new look for playoffs here and see what we got lined up. And this is where we talked about the turnovers. Maybe get a pick six, maybe get a fumble. The defense got a hold right here against a very highly potent offense of Cedar Park.
Again, Cedar Park comes out led by quarterback number 4, Ryder Hernandez. They have twin formation to both sides, single back in the backfield. Again, they're about 65-35 pass to run. Hernandez back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's going to run. He doesn't mind running. Again, he's leading this team in rushing this year. Gets about 5, goes Ryder Hernandez. And now we've got a little new look here from the Friendswood defense, like Connor Haynes back at safety, along with Trey Mapp. We're going to have 3 deep now for Friendswood as they, again, talk about scouting. We're going to send those linebackers out wide.
And they got Luke Boone, number 31, in on this short side.
Boone is in there. Helton's wide. Got Jackson Stevens in the middle. Roney wide.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Handoff. Goes up the middle. Bulls his way for 7. That's number 89, Brock Johnson. Man, he put his head down. Nice big run by number 89. Johnson goes out of the ball game. 1st and 10 now for the Timberwolves. Ball's on their own 34-yard line.
Brock Johnson has 269 yards on the ground this year, so we got to make sure we keep account of him as well.
Twin receivers both sides. Hernandez back to pass. Got a man. Over his head. Incomplete. Ryan Helton in coverage. That was number 34, Josh Cameron. Cameron is the leading receiver for the Timberwolves, coming in just under 1,000 yards receiving for this season.
Did you just say under 1,000 yards?
Yes, and I hope he stays under 1,000 at the end of this game.
In 11 games. That's an odd, big old number.
No doubt.
My goodness.
Twin receivers both sides again. Hernandez back to pass. Rolls to his right. Still rolling. Throws it incomplete. See who was looking for on that was number 13, Gunnar Absek, coach's son, Coach Carl Absek. Coach Carl Absek's first season at Cedar Park a few years ago, just wins the state championship. Welcome to Cedar Park.
Welcome to Cedar Park.
They probably gave him a new long-term contract. Is that how it works in high school?
I don't know if that's actually the
okay.
It goes, but
maybe putting words on that one. But
right.
Empty set now for Hernandez. 3rd and 10. Balls on the Cedar Park 34. Big stop coming up here. Pressure. Hernandez rolls. Got a man caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. That's number 34, Josh Cameron.
Got to give him credit this first series, Kirk. The good look there by the Mustangs. We're not getting tons of pressure on Hernandez right now like we normally have in the past, but with 5 deep backers, he doesn't have a chance to find anybody open. So he's ran more, looks like, this first series than and they're going for it on 4th and 5. They're at their own 39 yards.
No, now they're going to bring in Alzer, the punter. Yeah, no, they just mixed it up.
Yep, okay.
Tamara Alzer's going to come in and do the punting duty. Connor Haynes back on right now his own 27-yard line. 7:12 left here in the first quarter. Kick from Alzer is caught by Haynes at the 20. Makes it move. No, he's going to go down quickly. Brought down at the 18-yard line. If we can go down quick, we got our on-field reporter tonight, Madison Bodie. Madison, how are we doing down there tonight?
Hello, we're doing great. The energy down here is amazing. I think everyone just has a little bit more excitement than usual because we're at NRG, where the Texans play.
Absolutely. And Mass, we should have come down to you earlier, but we got kind of excited ourselves right here, get this thing going. Yeah, just how is it down there? I mean, first of all, are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time. And honestly, I think these players are too, and everyone in the stands, because there's just something about playoffs,
Absolutely. Well, here we go. We're going to get this thing going again. Mass, we'll come back down to you in a little bit. Madison Bodie with us all game long, been with us a lot this season. Glad to have her as always. First play of the second drive for Friendswood. Gets about 2. It's going to be a run to Noah Palis around that left side. Again, 6:44 left here in the first quarter. Both teams have gone, have had one possession. Friendswood have the better drive of the two. But right now, it's all about that scoreboard. It's 0-0. Gurdon back to pass. Pressure brought down. That is going to be a sack. And let's see if we can get a number on that young man.
Looks like 95.
95. Hunter Hewitt in on the sack.
Yeah, junior defensive lineman. And speaking of junior, Kirk, the top 3 receiving core of Cedar Park, all juniors.
Yes.
The running back, junior. The quarterback, junior. They're going to have a good squad for a couple years.
No doubt about it. And they've had a good squad for about the last decade or so.
That is true. That is true.
Friendswood has their hands full tonight. Trips formation to the right side. Little slot double stack. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man incomplete. Christian Lee. I know. He got a man all over him.
Once again, great protection by the O-line. Give Gurdon time. Get that play to develop to about 14, 15 yards. Good job, O-line by Friendswood. But there should have been a flag on that.
Boy, it sure did. Yeah, and we, a lot of times, Josh, you and I, we'll make the calls from the booth. We're a little high, but we got some good vantage point here with the big screens.
We do.
I mean, and that did look like he was wearing him like a backpack. But regardless, it is going to be incomplete. It'll be a 4th and 9 now for the Mustangs.
You think I get a screen like that in my house?
Talk to your wife. I've been trying to get one. I'll take one a lot smaller.
Absolutely.
I still don't have one. Punt down to the 43-yard line. Oh, he's going to try to return it. Oh, he slips down. Nowhere to go. Finally brought down by number 45 of the Mustangs, Moses Garcia. Well, both punt returners, Coach, have I mean, you think those are both fair catch opportunities, and they're both trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, they're both trying to make something of a game like this. They really want to. As we had number 4, Dawson Johnson, and, of course, number 5, Connor Haynes on that. Looked like number 12 who received that kind of came up lame a little bit, limp, and looked like from the replay might twist his ankle a little bit.
You know, in a game like this, you and I have already said it's about who keeps it clean and can win this ball game. But special teams too, Coach. That's going to, in a game like this, all facets are important.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen how Friendswood pulled that game against Foster by a missed field goal, so special teams are going to be important.
Handoff right side, going to be about 6 yards on that carry. It's going to be number 3, Cade Hott, senior running back. You just get about 5 on that carry. It's going to be about 2nd down and 5 now for the Timberwolves. Ball's on their own 47-yard line. Cedar Park moving right to left on your screen. 5:23 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game here from NRG. Doubles formation. Handoff left side. Makes a cut up the middle. Fumble! We got a ball on the turf, and well, they're still scrambling for it.
You mentioned it, Kirk, a minute ago, trying to get those turnovers, trying to make something happen. Let's see what they call.
You got to keep it clean.
Absolutely.
Neither team is making an indication. Now Dane Roney says Friendswood, but he's the only one, and he's not wearing a stripe, and so it is going to be Cedar Park ball. Is Hott, coughed it up.
Yep.
Hott recovers his own fumble. Ball's at the 50. He does gain 2 on that. That's going to bring him a 3rd down and 3 now, right at midfield. Ball spotted on the left hash. Doubles formation for Hernandez. Single back in the backfield. Hernandez back to pass. Got a man caught. That's his leading receiver, number 34. That is a 1st down. Josh Cameron right inside the 40-yard line goes Cameron.
Yeah, that was a nice little seam route by him getting up there. Again, they're doing a good job on the offensive line, trying to keep our D ends and our nose guard at bay. But again, Friendswood's only rushing 3 right here, trying to get pressure using their backers and those corners and extra safeties.
Hernandez back to pass. Looking for a man again. Caught, 35. Trying to make a move. Goes to the 33. Again, that's Josh Cameron. Cameron, just a slot receiver, just settles in, finds the opening. Simple pitch and catch. You think they've done that a few times this season?
They've done that a few times, I'm sure, all the way from spring. Maybe in JV ball when they play JV together. But that's a nice pitch and catch by them. And Friendswood make several guys on there to make that tackle. So now we're down here 2nd and 4. Got doubles receivers, got a running back to his left, barking out the call.
Handoff, right side, trying to make a cut, finds a seam. That's going to be 16 Stockwell on the run. Then he gets blown back, but it's enough for a 1st down. They're going to spot him just inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Want to thank Carolyn and Dwayne Lowe for listening in tonight from Baytown. Appreciate y'all as always. Yes, that is my mom and dad, so they're not biased.
Just a smidgen.
By the way, Josh, they say you do a great job. So
well, tell your parents thank you very much.
I sure will. Ball left side, going to be a run, about 1 yard gain down to the 28-yard line. And again, you can see Cedar Park just seems more comfortable in that passing game right now. And against this Friendswood defense, you don't think you changed anything because this Friendswood defense has been run stoppers all season long.
Absolutely. It looks like they've tried to maybe change it up a little bit, maybe keep Friendswood on their heels, but so far they're doing a good job against the run.
They're doing a good job pulling those guards, too. I saw Luke Benavidez put a nice block on Roney that time. Hernandez back to pass, caught. Guess who? Number 34, Cameron, and that's enough for a 1st down.
Kind of looks like the sit-down route that we run. He goes out, finds,
goes 5-6 yards maybe.
Goes out 5-6 yards, finds a hole there in the defense, turns, sits, gets that catch right there, just finding the soft spots. That's the receiver's job. And Hernandez throws a good hard spiral. He can get it to him.
Seth Downs comes in for Friendswood now. And again, if Friendswood starts playing up with that, though, you're going to see him try to beat him deep. So right now, Cedar Park, methodical drive themselves. They are in the red zone at the Friendswood 18. Hernandez back to pass. He's got a man right across the middle. That's caught down to about the 13-yard line. Number 89, Brock Johnson. Receivers went deep. Johnson finds that seam in the middle, and
he had plenty of time on that one too to make these pitch and catch.
That's a good quarterback too with Hernandez. He's not looking for the deep ball, Coach. At least not yet. I mean, I'm sure he has the arm to do it. He's very satisfied with getting 5-6 yards a pitch and catch.
He's just going to take what the defense gives him. I know that's so cliche. That's what he's doing. Pretty mature for a junior. As they get down there to the Friendswood, 12-yard
line. Handoff left side, nowhere to go. They're going to give him a yard gain right to the 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 now for the Timberwolves. Ball spotted right at the 10-yard line.
Now, in the rushing, like we mentioned, they don't have a ton of yards rushing as far as each individual person, but they do have a total of 21 total touchdowns this year running the ball. Guys have 5, 4, 6, 5, 1. So several guys are involved in the running game. They get down close here in the red zone.
3rd down and 2 for the T-Wolves. Ball on the 10-yard line. Handoff left side. He's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Trey Mapp. Trey Mapp with a blast.
Oh, my goodness. He busts through that line. Great job, Trey Mapp. Comes in there, hits him, pushes him back.
That is going to bring up now a 4th down and about 6. Ball is spotted now back at the 13-yard line. You think we're going to see a field goal opportunity here, but I don't see a kick. Well, let's see. No, we do. No,
they're going for it.
Well, here you go. Second round of the playoffs. Why not? Hernandez still in the ball game. Trips formation right side. Hernandez back to pass. Pressured. He is going to have to get. Oh, he's going to be a big sack. Back to the 30-yard line. Matt Reyes. Good night.
Great play by
now there's a.
What?
Was there a flag? No, that's got to be. There's a flag on the field at the 30. Oh, I think that's going to be a sideline infraction. Oh, come on.
Let the kids be excited. Come on. This is state football playoffs.
This is no kidding. Well, we got a sideline warning. Coach Accardo's not going to like that. Boy, that's strength coach's drive right there. And Matthew Reyes and Spiller both in on about a 20-yard loss. And then the official plays the Grinch and spoils the fun.
That was a great play, though. What a great pressure there by Reyes. And, of course, Spittle came to the other side, stopped him running too far. Great call by the defensive coordinator, Friendswood.
Gurdon rolls to his right, pressured. He's going to keep it and run out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He'll get about 4 yards on that carry. Good coverage by the Timberwolves.
You know, Kirk, we can see that something develop later in the game where Gurdon has the feet. If he doesn't have anybody open and they get it covered, he can definitely run, get a few yards. So that might be something that we end up using this game here and see if we can get a couple yards out of that. We'll see.
Empty formation for Gurdon now. Trips to the right. Trips to the left. Twins to the right. I'm going back now to that Cedar Park 4th down. You think anybody's second guessing now? Because there was some pressure. Look like Roney on the initial pressure on the blitz. I mean, you gave up an opportunity for 3 right there, but.
And we don't know what their kicker situation is like.
No idea.
We don't know we don't have the stats on that. We don't know if he's missed a lot. Maybe he's a young kid. We're not real sure. Maybe they haven't gone for it, or maybe they've gone for it almost every time all season and haven't had a chance for that kicker to get in a pressured game. So we never know what the situation is. But, yeah, you almost hate to always take points off the board. I know they weren't really on the board, but that seemed like from the 12-yard line a pretty doable field goal.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens, how that affects them.
Mr. Haynes, thank you for listening tonight. I always enjoy calling your son's games, and he's no doubt an integral part of this team. Wouldn't be here without him for sure. I hope you enjoy the broadcast. Madison, I don't know if you could tell on that last on that penalty, we had a sideline infraction. That was just a team just getting excited, was it not?
Oh, that was definitely just the team getting super excited. That was just the refs being annoying.
you heard it here first from Madison right there. Madison, how's the crowd sound down there?
The crowd, I bet y'all can hear it. They're loud. Well, right now they're kind of quiet, but they're pretty loud majority of the time.
Good. Well, good. We'll come down to you shortly, Madison. Thank you so much. 2nd down and 5 now for the Mustangs. Well, they're trying to go
underneath. Flag. Let's see.
There is a flag indeed. Trying to throw the little underneath to.
They're trying to throw a screen there to Payless.
Payless, yes.
And it looked like he was tackled before the ball got there. I know it's a screen, but it still is a pass. They're talking about it. Is it going to be a PI?
Unnecessary roughness on number 15, James Marshall of the Timberwolves.
I was going to say that it looked like after Payless got knocked down, that looked like the Cedar Park guy kind of went out with an elbow towards his head. I'm not sure if they're going to replay it, but I didn't want to speculate, but it kind of looked like that to me too. And the referee just kind of looked over and gave a little short forearm shiver there, so to speak, to kind of indicate what happened. So either way, first down for Friendswood.
Take that 15 all day, every day. Ball's on the 49-yard line of the Mustangs. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Oh, Lee with a nice move. Can he get it? Oh, he overthrows him.
Flag again.
Now, there's a flag. Now, if that's pass interference, though, I'm telling you right now, there's no way that could be unless it's got to be a hold. Because I thought that ball was way overthrown. I think he held him early on, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be a hold.
Lee making his little double move there. I think the hold comes out early. We'll see what that call is. Too bad we couldn't get that one, though, because Lee in single coverage, you like to see Christian in single coverage here. They still talking about the call.
Yeah,
that is the hold. Yeah, I think he held him right off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, if you got Christian Lee in single coverage, I'm taking my chances.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I'm taking my chances with giving Christian Lee the football. There's no doubt about that. And I know Gurdon tried to do that there. I'm sure that's a good concerted effort. You know, we haven't seen the tight end much tonight, Kirk. We haven't seen that underneath route, that little gut route they run sometimes. So maybe that's a wrinkle they'll throw in later on in the game.
Ball spotted now on the Cedar Park 41-yard line. Friendswood has made 25 yards of offense on 2 penalties the last 2 plays. You take in the playoffs any way you can get it. Again, it's going to come down to some special teams play and a clean game. And right now, Cedar Park is not playing clean. Gurdon to the right. Now he's going to roll back to his left. He's going to throw the ball across the middle. Got a man. Got to be overthrow. No kidding.
Is there not a flag right there?
No flag on that. That was. I'm sorry, I cannot see the number.
It's either McCabe or Cooksey, isn't it?
Well, I thought it was McCabe, and that's what regardless, overthrows the receiver. And that is John McCabe. Thank you. But,
okay.
I mean, overthrew the receiver because he had nowhere to go. He couldn't get off the back right there. Going to bring up now a 2nd down and 10 in Friendswood. No, they're going to reset the clock. They had a timeout. They're just resetting the play clock. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gurdon back to pass, rolls to his right. He's going to keep it a run. 40, 35, 30, knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. Friendswood driving. But I tell you what, Coach, this game has so far played like we thought. We expect a close game.
Right.
I maybe expected a few more points from both teams. Right now we got a defensive battle. So
absolutely.
Regardless, I tell you what, it's going to be a battle all the way. And Madison, can we come down to you here for a second here in the break? By the way, we just saw you in that last play as they ran Gurdon out of bounds. You were right there, great spot. How's it looking from your vantage point?
It's looking great. These boys are playing really hard, and you can definitely see it. That tackle that Gurdon just had, or that Gurdon was hit on, that looked painful, if I'm being completely honest. It was straight at the hips, and I thought if it was me, I wouldn't have stood up.
Well, Madison, let me tell you something right now, dear. I'm glad you're where you are and Luke Gurdon's where he is, okay?
I'm so glad about that.
And that's no offense to you at all. I hope you understand that. So, no, great job out there. We'll come back to you shortly. Thank you so much. Again, that's Madison Bodie doing a great job, as always, for us on the field. And, of course, I'm going to give a shout-out to Jacob LaRue right now. As always, the mix master on the board. We are not out here without Jacob, and I tell you what.
That's right. He's the producer extraordinaire, isn't he?
We're going to see Jacob's name. I don't know what we'll be watching someday, March Madness, the Super Bowl, whatever, and they're going to roll those credits and say this game was produced by, and there's Jacob right there. And, Coach, at that point, do you think he'll remember you and I?
Probably not.
I hate to think that, but
I know it. Kirk, this game has basically been played 20-20. Right, we got to get in the end zone.
No doubt about it.
Whole first quarter, has been a 20-20 game. And the yard markers, both teams just driving down, but can't punch it in.
Well, here we go. First play of the second quarter, 0-0 score. Friendswood moving right to left now on your computer screen. Handoff, left side. It's going to be Noah Palitz. Fumble. Oh, no, coughed the ball up. And that's a Cedar Park turnover or recovery, I believe.
I believe you're right.
Oh, it is a Cedar Park turnover. We're going to go back to it. You got to keep it clean. You can't cough the ball up. Palis with a nice cut. That ball was stripped out. We're going to watch the replay here. Yeah, and it looked like 22 for Cedar Park. George Lovell
yes, sir,
with the strip. Palitz had that ball in his left hand, just coughed it up, and as you said, a 20-20 ball game in between those yard markers, and Friendswood knocking on that 20. Ball's coughed up at the 22. Twin receivers both sides for Hernandez. Hernandez back to pass. No, we're going to have a whistle and a flag. We're going to have a false start.
False start. Backing them up.
One, Cedar Park has, that's about 4 or 5 penalties this ball game so far for the Timberwolves. And I know Coach Absick's got to be frustrated with that. This is a team that goes deep in the playoffs year after year. Last year they lost to Shadow Creek in this second round. Of course, Shadow Creek, all they do is go to state last year.
Is that all?
Yeah, I mean, that's it, yeah. So you got a team that knows how to win playoff games, and they are shooting themselves in the foot right now. Ball caught across the middle, 30, 35, trying to strip it out. Cannot. 37-yard line, though, is where they will bring that one down. And that was that 34 again, Josh Cameron?
I believe it was.
Josh Cameron's got to be over 1,000 yards receiving now in the season. He's had about 40 to 50 yards already this ball game.
Yeah, and you mentioned the playoff run. This is their 15th playoff berth and 11 consecutive seasons for the Timberwolves.
They do know what they're doing. Ball's on the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Hernandez back to pass. Got time, got a man across the middle. That's caught. It's going to be just short of first down. It's going to be number 88, Tristan Hervey. And Hernandez, coach, does a good job just spreading this thing out.
He does.
3, 4, 5 different receivers so far this game.
Yeah, Hernandez, he looks like he just came across in a little zip-in route. He's got 1 receiving touchdown on the season and 5 total. So definitely a weapon there.
Ryder Hernandez, handoff up the middle. Nowhere to run. Number 89, Brock Johnson on the carry. Maybe give him a half a yard, and that's it. And he's finding out what most teams have found this season, that Friendswood defensive line and those inside backers they just do not give up many yards inside the tackles.
Yeah, currently the Cedar Park has 9 rushing yards total. Friendswood's done a great job there on that, and of course that's not their strength anyway.
No.
Their strength is going to be passing, but the front 3 that we're playing tonight, Friendswood has done a great job.
Doubles formation for Hernandez. Hernandez got time, back to pass. Caught and brought down immediately by Bryant Wade and Ryan Helton. He's going to get about 4 yards on that reception.
Good coverage by Wade. Had he been a half a step sooner, it looked like he might have picked that thing off. It was so close.
3rd down now and 6 for the T-Wolves. Ball was almost tipped by Spiller, it looked like. Just needed his fingernail to grow just a tad on that one. Hernandez now got him in Mustang territory. Ball's on the Friendswood 46. Friendswood looking to dial up some pressure as Helton is coming. Hernandez quick out, caught to his main man, 1st and 10. Josh Cameron gets the ball down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, moving the chains. Like you said, Friendswood tried to dial up a little bit of pressure on that.
Brought 6.
Yeah, it still didn't give enough pressure so he could get that pass deflected. So going to be another move in the chains.
Yeah, they put Stevens on the line that time. He backed out to show a little fake, but Hernandez, he's seen that before. Hernandez back to pass. He's got all day. Now he rolls to his right, still looking. Now he's going to throw the ball. That is caught. Nice catch. Right, that's about a 5-yard gain. Right to the 30 for number 88, Tristan Hervey. Does a good job of keeping his feet in bounds.
You know, what we haven't seen much of tonight is holding as far as the offensive line.
Sure.
Haven't seen that tonight. And when any of these quarterbacks start rolling out, that's going to be a call that's going to have to be made at some point because you're trying to buy time. Those O-linemen, they end up holding. Not that they want to. It's just part of the game when they have to hold those blocks even longer.
Ball's on the 30-yard line of Friendswood. 2nd and 4 for the Timberwolves. Handoff up the middle. Hernandez on the keeper. He's going to get about a yard, maybe 2.
And there is a
flag. So we will see. That's going to be a hold, Coach. You just called it. But the hold against Cedar Park, what you're talking about, though, is on those passing plays that last forever. You get a hold on a run on a play like that is more rare, but they do get one. And that's about the 5th or 6th penalty now on Cedar Park here in the first half.
Yeah, they haven't played real clean on the penalty side. Quick shout out to Sandy Cox. She's been a season ticket holder at Friendswood since 1990.
Nice.
She's happy listening to us, and so Miss Cox, we're so thankful for all your support all these years. for the Friendswood Mustang football, basketball, every program. So thank you so much for being a season ticket holder.
Absolutely. 0-0 score here, 8:55 left here in the first half. Cedar Park was driving, still are. Oh, they're going to have a little screen set up. Caught, 40, 35, 30, 28-yard line is where he's going to be stopped is Josh Cameron. Ryder Hernandez favorite target. Friendswood picked that screen up just a little late. And that's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 3 for the Timberwolves. Just inside that Friendswood 30. We'll put them at the 28. Big play for the Friendswood defense. Looks like they're dialing up a little pressure. Here they come. Up, Hernandez gets out of the pressure. He's going to be dropped.
I think he's short.
He's going to be short by a yard. He almost got sacked. Reyes on the tackle. But somehow Hernandez gets an extra 2. 4th and 1. Oh, boy, we got a good one right here. 7:57 left here in the first half. Ball is that's an almost no man's land in high school. That's a long field goal.
Yep.
Well, Cedar Park's in tight.
Got to watch
4th and 1.
count.
They have no receivers out there. All on the slot. They're going to try to draw him offside. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Dane Roney with the stop. Nowhere you're going to go. Nowhere, young man. 4th down and 1, and they gained a -half. Dane Roney with a stick, and that's 2 4th down stops by the Friendswood defense.
They were all over that one, Kirk, and as I love to say, like a rat on a Cheeto. Dane Roney was
absolutely
not fooled at all. Great call there by Coach Bolden and the defense of the Friendswood Mustangs. What a stop.
Well, this ball game, if you tuned in to see some offensive fireworks, you need to get off our channel because this is a 0-0 game right here. Both teams, and please don't leave. I'm just kidding. We're glad you're with us. This is a nothing ball game, and it's not that the offenses are playing bad. Both defenses are playing a whale of a game right now. Quick pass out to Palitz, and that's what Friendswood's going to have to do. I mean, you don't get a quicker pass out than that. It's just a quick turn by Gurdon, toss it out, no questions asked. Palitz gains 4 on that one.
I do like the play call, though, because the last play, Palitz fumbled. You go right back to him, build him some confidence up, get him a little bubble route out of the backfield, let him hang on to it, keep going to that young man. You don't go away from him. He's been a horse for us all year long. I like the play call.
Empty formation now for the Mustangs. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Ball spotted on the Friendswood 31. Gurdon back to pass, got Palitz out of the backfield. He is caught but tripped up. Give him about 3 on that reception. Ball will be spotted now at the 36-yard line of Cedar Park. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they're going to put it at the 35. 3rd down and 3 now for the Mustangs. Nice open field tackle by Cedar Park. And again, Noah Palitz, 2 receptions in a row. 6:28 left here in the first half. 0-0 is our score. And we are going to have
that on the field.
Timeout for Friendswood. Mass, I'm going to go down to you real quick if we can. I want to get the feel after that last stop for the Friendswood defense on 4th down. When Dane Roney made that stop, this place exploded.
It definitely exploded. The student section, I think they were so far off their feet that they were in the air. It was great. And there's also some kids in the student section that have a big head, like fat head of Dane Roney, and that was flying high.
Absolutely. This is great right here. It's a lot of fun. The atmosphere is electric. You know, we're not used to seeing Friendswood being shut out, but we are used to seeing Friendswood put some shutouts. This is the kind of game, Mass, you kind of got to feel like this is going to go all the way to the end. It's going to be a tight one.
Yes, it definitely feels like that. Feels like a good game.
Absolutely. We're glad you're here, Madison. Thank you so much. We'll come back down to you in a little bit.
Alrighty.
It is 3rd down and 3 now for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. Ball is spotted, for the Friendswood Mustangs. Ball spotted on the Cedar Park 35-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. Twin receivers to the left. Single receiver to the right. Palitz in the backfield. Oh, no, we got a flag. No, you don't need to do that.
I saw it, and I was hoping no one else did, but if I saw it from up here, it was seen down there. We moved.
We go from 3rd and 3 now to 3rd and 8.
And that's another play call. We may not be able to run the same play we had dialed up for 3rd and 3. We'll see what Coach runs into.
And the worst part of that is you just have a timeout to set this up.
Yep.
And now it's 3rd and 8.
And again, it's so hard for those O-line to hold their spots. We talked about it all year. They've done a great job, but it's so tough on them. And the problem is, especially when they're out by themselves, they move. Nobody's out there to hide them. They're all by their lonesome out there.
Now we just bring in Tomko. You got Tomko and Palitz in there right now.
They did that one time in the first quarter. I didn't mention.
Twin receivers to the left. Tomko offset to the left in the backfield. Gurdon fakes it. Gurdon pass across the middle. That is caught. That is going to be Christian Lee. Absolutely marvelous catch by that young man. And that's a first down for the Mustangs. Ball spotted at the at the Mustang 44-yard line.
Well, you need a big play. Go to your big man, number 6, and the actual defender literally jumped on his back to make the tackle. That's a great pitch and catch. Look at that.
Yeah.
And they both did a rollover. Great job by Christian Lee. Got to get him involved for sure in the passing game.
1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 44-yard line. Gurdon back to pass again. Looking for it all. Got a man. Johnson. It's incomplete. Overthrown. Was looking for Johnson.
Yep.
That was good coverage that time by number 16, Jonathan Stockwell. I'm going to make sure I get that young man's. That's number 10, Blake Burton in on the coverage.
Looked like his hand was hanging
Got
on
a
the
hand on the back.
Of course, again, I get the advantage of the 75-foot replay here
absolutely.
On the big board, but I think Coach Koopman's talking to the officials, working them right now.
2nd down and 10 now for the Stangs. Ball's on their own 44-yard line. Doubles formation. Quick slant. Oh, it's incomplete. Dawson Johnson going right back to him. Johnson kind of turned to his left. Ball came back to his right. And just couldn't make the connection.
Just a little behind him, which Gurdon usually does not miss those plays like that.
5:46 left here in the first half. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. 0-0 is our score. And it's just been you said in the first quarter, it's continued. It's in between the 20-yard lines, and no one's really been able to crack it. Cedar Park's gone for it on 4th down twice. Has been shut down by that Friendswood defense. Gurdon rolls to his right now. Oh, can he get the wheel? He's got it. It's incomplete. Just overthrew. No, Joey Tomko. Boy, if you make that connection, that's 6 points right there.
That wheel route. I know they've done that in practice all spring. Oh, my goodness. That was it.
Well, Tomko squirts out of the backfield, and that's a delay wheel.
Yeah.
He's just kind of waiting to see.
Yeah, he just juts out in the flats, and if the quarterback has to scramble, he just takes off because usually that DB is going to bite up because he thinks the quarterback's running. That was a great job of him by squirting it out there, but just a little far for him to reach that.
4th and 10 now for the Mustangs. Gurdon back to do the punting duties. We have 2 Cedar Park returners. This is not Gurdon in right now to do the kicking duties. This is number 38, Christian. Well, I'll tell you what, because I don't have 38 in my roster, but I'll tell you what, we will find out, but that's not Gurdon doing the duties as he's done all season long. The punt is fair caught at the Cedar Park 25-yard line, so Cedar Park will get another chance here to put any points on the board. 5:31 left here in the first half. The winner of this game will play Manor next Friday. Not sure where yet. I think NRG's already filled up. Might be maybe a Kyle Field location. If we find that out, we'll let you know as this game goes on, but that will be the day after Thanksgiving. Hernandez back to pass, got a man caught. Cameron, who else? Ball is caught and down at the 32-yard line, about a 7-yard gain. And if he wasn't over 1,000 yards receiving before this one, he is now.
Absolutely.
See, Cedar Park now has 108 passing yards, and I got to believe about 70 of them got to be into Cameron. Hernandez back to pass on 2nd and short. Going to probably run for this. He is. He's got some room, 35-40. Run out of bounds the 43-yard line. Nearest defender was Bryant Wade, and that is enough for a Cedar Park first down. Cedar Park now settling in. They've seen this Friendswood defense. They've seen a lot of nickel formation from the Mustangs, and Hernandez looks comfortable in that. Friendswood's going to be caught. Oh, no! Completion, 40, 30, 20, 10. And that is a touchdown for Cedar Park. Tristan Hervey. Friendswood, all kind of confusion on the defense. They're trying to get a man off the field. Coach, I thought they had 12 on the field. But regardless, 11, 10, or 12, Cedar Park makes the connection. And that's a miscommunication on the Friendswood defense right there.
Yeah, I think it was. And you can tell how the DB just kind of lunged at the ball. Let's see here on the big screen. It's over the top of the linebacker.
And that is 6 points for the Timberwolves.
And the extra point is up and good. In a game like this, Kirk, we're looking at a 7-0. Let's see it. Oh, they're not going to play it again.
There was one-on-one coverage. The safety came up on that and just came up, maybe trying to get the pick, trying to make the quick hit, but there was no one back. And once that pitch and catch was made to Hervey, that was all she wrote.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, this is going to be where Friendswood has to come back and respond. The defense has played good except that one play. Like you said, got to play clean. That wasn't really a clean defensive series there for Friendswood. We got to take advantage of this now. We got to score ourselves a 4:49 left to go in this quarter.
7-2-0, first score of the ball game. Cedar Park is on top. And Friendswood's defense, again, they're led by Coach Bolden. Done a great job all season long. Just feel like there was some miscommunication there. I know they'll get that cleaned up. For Friendswood offense now, just find a way to get any points. Don't have to tie it up. Just try to get yourself 3 right here. The offense has done a good job of moving the ball. I mean, there's 89 total yards. That's not our season best by far, but it's not been bad either. But Friendswood's also taking advantage of some Cedar Park miscues and some penalties. And so, if my concern is if Cedar Park starts cleaning that up, we'll see what happens here, though. That's going to be a little pooch. It's going to go down to the 22-yard line. Going to be returned by Johnson, trying to find some running room on the right side, still running to the right. Now he's going to back up to the left, and there's just nowhere for Dawson to go. Cedar Park crowd comes alive as Dawson Johnson started at the 24, runs about 35 yards sideways, and ends up at the 23.
Yeah, that's tough. Trying
to make something happen. Give him credit for that.
Absolutely. But when you run like that and you see the defenders coming, the field gets wider and wider and wider as you're trying to make a move there. So we'll go here with the Friendswood Mustangs here at the 25-yard line on the right side hash. We'll see what they've got dialed up, like you said, with 89 total yards. That's definitely low for the Friendswood Mustangs, something they're not used to.
Well, I see Dr. Dinky's listening tonight. Appreciate that, Dr. Dinky. Quick patch out to Payless, 20, 25, 30. Run out of bounds at the 30. So they're going to spot him at the 37. Yeah, about the 36-yard line. Noah Pettis, nice job right there. Runs out of bounds. New set of downs now for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted on now. They're going to put it back at the 35, as I thought originally.
Good outside blocking there down the field by number 1 McCabe and number 4 Dawson Johnson. They block all the way through the play. We've mentioned that many times this year, so great job by those two guys.
Twin receivers to the right. Gurdon going back to the left. Now McCabe's being held. Okay, sack. Gurdon is sacked. Looking for McCabe. I mean, McCabe can't get off the defender. And Gurdon, as he gets up, tells the official, watch my guy down here. I know they're not going to show a replay of that, but my goodness. McCabe's in one-on-one coverage. Gurdon look at it, and then Gurdon has to tuck it because there's nowhere to throw it. And Ian Ferguson, sophomore D lineman, with the sack.
Yeah, smart play by, though, Luke, not just letting it fly.
Yes.
The coverage could have been a pick. He did a good job. Sometimes you got to eat it and live to fight another day.
Second down now and 17. Gurdon back to pass. He unloads a big one. That's way overthrown. Looking for Christian Lee. Lee had double coverage. And I'm not sure that was a little miscommunication right there. As Lee turned around, ready for it, and then looked, because Gurdon doesn't, that's not his M.O., is throwing the ball usually 5-10 yards over someone's head.
Yeah, usually he's right on the money, leading the league at 66% completion percentage. We've got 3:50 left on the clock here. Excuse me, had to take it and find where it was on the big board here. As Friendswood really has kind of gone backward here on the last couple plays. Got to get some positivity going. It's a 3rd and 18.
Empty formation for Gurdon. Gurdon, little screen pit. Oh, that was tipped. Incomplete. Just looking for Payless. Had the blockers out in front, but that ball was tipped by a D lineman of Cedar Park, and it's going to bring up now a 4th down and 18 for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted on the Friendswood 27, and Cedar Park coach going to get great field position, assuming they don't botch anything here with plenty of time left, 3:45.
Yeah, we want to make sure they don't get another touchdown. We got to hold them here with our defense because we don't want them going in with the momentum. It seems like they've had momentum all year, like we said. They lost their first game of the year and then finished with 10 straight victories.
Kick is away. It is going to be caught at the 43 and returned to the 50. 45 just tripped up.
A flag thrown there by Dawson Johnson and number 1, Caden Combs.
Maybe a hold here on Cedar Park. We'll see. The return goes down to the 43-yard line of Friendswood, but again.
And number 38, the punter, we're not sure who that is. We don't have his number, but he doesn't have a name on the back of his jersey, so he might be one of the juniors coming up to kick for us and saving Gurdon a chance of not getting hurt back there. I don't know, but we don't have the number. Sorry about that, listeners. We don't have all those numbers there, some of those younger guys, but not a bad kick there, and Friendswood continues here waiting on the call. And it is going to be a hold.
Hold against the Cedar Park Timberwolves. There you go. So it's going to back them up all the way to their own 42-yard line.
It's almost like you've done this before.
I've seen a few games.
Seen a couple games, yep. Seen a couple.
3:35 left here in the first half. Cedar Park in control right now, just 7-0, but they do have the football. And they will start this drive in not bad position at their own 42. Would have been better without the hold, but regardless, though, they do have the football. Friendswood, again, lining up in their 3 down linemen. We're going to see backer coming up. Moves back now was Helton. Hernandez back to pass. Hernandez to his right. Hernandez now rolls to his left. Got plenty of time. Still rolling. Still rolling. Now he's going to keep it and run. About a 7-yard gain. He ran a long way for that one.
And, you know, again, I may be biased here, but, of course, I am on the Mustang cable system, right? It looks to me like Matt Reyes is getting hold almost every single play. When the running back, or when the quarterback scrambles, those O-linemen are still hanging on. Matthew Reyes is trying to get off those blocks. Him and Spiller both, and it seems like they're getting held on to. We're just not getting the call.
2nd down and 3 now. You're right for the Timberwolves. Ball is just short of midfield. Hernandez, quick pass. Guess who? Cameron caught. Still on his feet. Out of bounds, the 41. Josh Cameron. And that's what we expected to see out of that young man. We are seeing it tonight. That's got about, I don't have the stats in front. We'll get him at halftime. 8 receptions, somewhere in that ballpark. He's like he always has the ball in his hands. They're now up to 192 total yards in this ball game, 166 in the air. They are now in Friendswood territory. Ball is spotted at the Friendswood 41-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. Timberwolves 3:17 left here in the first half. Roney showing blitz. Bringing the blitz, bringing the heat. Hernandez lofts it up. Got a man that is caught. Beautiful catch down to the 9-yard line, maybe the 10.
Number 12 for Cedar Park.
Will Adoya, he's a senior receiver. What a grab, and another receiver making his presence felt. That was right over Bryant Wade. And they are now inside Friendswood territory at the 10-yard line. 3:02 left here in the first half. Doubles formation, both sides. Hernandez back to pass, quick to the backfield, caught 5, touchdown, or is he out of bounds the 1?
Looks like he was out to me.
Nope, there's the signal. We're going to see that on the replay. He was knocked out of bounds right at the pylon. That was number 20, Kevin Adams, out of the backfield.
Yeah, he just came out of the backfield, not that left side flat. We didn't account for him on that. He dove in. I don't know if they're going to replay it or not. I'm not so sure about the call on the touchdown. Let's see.
Well, we are seeing the replay now. He is, whoo, buddy. If he's in, he got that ball just over the pylon.
Yeah, because he didn't stretch it out like you see the college and pro guys. He held on to it. Looked like he got tripped up. But either way, you can't challenge that here at the high school level. 14-0 Cedar Park.
Madison, we come down to you just for a second here. I know right now this is frustration for the Mustangs, down 14-0. Are the players still, I mean, how's the attitude down there you feel right now?
So we're seeing a little bit of mixed emotions. There's still that excitement from playing at NRG, but there's also that kind of upset look in their eyes that they haven't scored yet. But I think they're hungry for a touchdown. So I think they're about to go get one.
That's what I like to hear. We definitely need one right now, and it would be nice to get one. Plenty of time to get it here. How about the fans in the stands? We still alive?
We're still alive.
Good.
Yeah, there's still definitely a lot more time left in this ball game, and a lot more life left in our stands.
Excellent, Master. Thank you so much. And next time we talk to you, hopefully you got Coach Koopman, and we'll get some thoughts on him on the halftime.
All righty.
2:47 left here in the first half. Friendswood down 14-0 to the Timberwolves from Cedar Park. Cedar Park drove in this morning from Austin. Got a nice crowd, came with them today. Great opportunity for both teams here to play here at NRG. But at the end of the day, you put all that excitement behind you, you're trying to win a football game.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter what stadium you're playing in.
Right.
Doesn't make a difference. Oh, they pooch kicked that one. Going to get it to Dawson Johnson.
Johnson, the 26-yard line. He's going to be brought down at the 31. So Friendswood, again, opportunity to go down and do something here with 2:44 left. Plenty of time.
Absolutely, plenty of time.
Friendswood, though, only has one timeout left, but with 2:44, shouldn't need to burn anytime soon. Got plenty of time to move this ball down the field, try to at least get some points on the board. You know, you're down 14-0, and the other negative is that Cedar Park does get the football coming out in the second half.
Yeah, that's why we need something positive here for the Mustangs, just mentally as much as anything else, trying to get a big play.
Gurdon back to pass. That is in. Oh, my goodness. Almost intercepted. Wasn't intercepted, though, by Tamer Alzer. Just, wow. I'm sorry. I caught my breath on that one.
Yeah, it looked like it was in and out of the hands. He caught it, and then he dropped it as both him and Dawson Johnson went to the ground.
A little behind Johnson. Not much. Just a little behind, and Alzer was right there. 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs, getting balls on their own 31-yard line. 2:38 left here in the first half. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man across the middle. Christian Lee caught, first down.
There it is.
Ball is spotted at the 44-yard line. Like you said earlier, when you need something big, go to your big man. Christian Lee, senior receiver, not at all ready for his season to end. Beautiful pitch. And I tell you what, when he catches the ball, he is hit immediately every time, and he does a great job of hanging on to that football.
Yeah, he's done that all year. He doesn't have many turnovers. We're proud of what he's done. Another one finally.
Wide open Lee. Lee had to go down to a knee, though, to get it. Ball is caught, though, and it's at the Cedar Park 48. Brings up a 2nd down and 4. And I love Lee. He just picks the play. Let's go.
Let's
he starts rolling that clock. Let's go.
Yeah, they're trying to save it as it gets down here below 2 minutes. We don't, of course, have the 2-minute warning in high school. They're trying to save that extra timeout, so they're quickly trying to get up there and call a play. Gurdon pressured out.
He's going to roll. He's looking for anything. He's going to throw it out of bounds. You know, again, Cedar Park does a great job. Our backs are coming out of the backfield, and they are chipping them strongly as they come out of that backfield, and that is upsetting the timing. Gurdon's having to scramble more. He was looking for that wheel route again from that back. Back couldn't release, and does a smart thing to throw the ball out of bounds. That does run 12 seconds, though, off that clock. 1:47, 3rd down and 3.
Got a quick shout-out for Randa Ray. She says that Connor Ricards is number 38. So I had Connor in class. Good kid. Thank you for letting us know that.
Thank you so much.
Listeners.
Oh, we got a jumper. Right tackle, I believe, or the right guard is overly excited, and that is going to bring him back 5. It's going to bring him a 3rd down and 8 now. For the Mustangs, ball is on their own 47 now.
And again, they've done such a great job all year given the protection they need, and when they have that one little mistake, it's just magnified. I know it's not fair. They'll do it right 37 to 47 times in a row, and then one time they make a mistake, it looks like it's really, really bad, but they do a great job of staying in those positions.
Pressure, Cedar Park. Gurdon throws it up. It's going to be caught. No, incomplete. There's a flag, though.
Yes.
Well, Lee lost his helmet. I wonder why. There's a flag on the play. Got to think it's going to be a PI right there against the Timberwolves. Lee's going to have to come off for a play because the helmet was removed by that Cedar Park defender.
Let's see here on the big board. They're showing it right now. Oh, yeah, he's holding his arms down. Oh, Christian Lee almost came up with that play.
He still almost caught it, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and I love the number 8, Wiesenhutter, gets up so excited because you got a flag, young man.
Yeah, he was giving
My goodness.
Right, he was giving it the no catch and ended up getting a PI.
You got to know, well, you don't know that you're going to fix and get flagged on that because he was all over him.
Yeah, you can't hold the receiver's arms down. That newsflash.
No,
can't
there
do
you
that.
go. 1:39 left here in the first half. With the pass interference, does move him into Cedar Park territory at the 38-yard line. 1:39, Friendswood knocking on the door.
Still plenty of time.
Need to get, I'm going to say, another 15 at least for some field goal range, but you got want the 6.
Coming.
Oh, pressure on the outside. Gordon throws it up top. That is caught. Guess who? Back in the game, Christian Lee. Over the shoulder catch. Say hey, Christian Lee.
Oh my goodness, that did look like Willie Mays back then. What a catch.
Gordon had to get rid of it quick. Lee looks over his left shoulder, catches it over his right, down to the 3. And by the way,
he lets
Wiesenhutter know. hey, that's me, baby. That's right. Helmet stayed on. Lee complete down to the 4-yard line where they're going to throw it out of bounds. 1:32 left here in the first half. Friendswood marching. Single receiver to the right in motion. Gordon back to pass. Oh, he's pressured. Pressure. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to be dropped for the sack at the 5. The ball is loose, but they're going to say he was already down. Oh, my goodness gracious. Clock running. 1:16.
One timeout remaining. Thank you,
Here
Rachel
comes
Ebenhart, for listening there from Minnesota.
Minnesota, you might have the record of the longest. Well, I don't know, Minnesota. That's your geography, coach. I'm gonna let you be the fool.
Well,
all I know is this: we're knocking on the door. Ball's in the 5. 2nd and 5. Heavy packages in. Paylets around the right side. Get blocked. Yes, touchdown, Friendswood. Great block by Mapp and Roney, and the Mustangs are on the board before the half. Got ourselves a ball game yet again. 14-6. Extra point pending.
And, you know, they went heavy package right there from about the 6-yard line. They normally don't do that.
Mapp, Roney.
But they have the blockers in there with Roney and Mapp, and then Paylett takes it around. Double fist on that football, so he doesn't
He is
drop it.
not going to cough that thing up.
And we mentioned a minute ago, Kirk, just needed some positivity here. That was a great drive, even though we had some penalties. Just picking and choosing your spots.
Absolutely.
And it is good.
Travis Mueller with the kick.
That's right.
14-7, and just in the nick of time. Madison, I gotta feel like it's gotta feel a little different down there right now with you.
Oh, it feels a whole lot different. It is looking amazing down here. The energy is just up more, and the football players, they're ready. They are ready for another one.
Absolutely, Madison. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you at the half with Coach Koopman.
Awesome.
50 seconds left here in the first half. Cedar Park 14, Friendswood 7. You look at all the pundits statewide, they all say Cedar Park in a close one. Cedar Park by 2, Cedar Park by 3. Everyone knows this is going to be a game that's going to go all 4 quarters. And Friendswood with a huge answer right there, because Cedar Park does get the ball in the second half. For Cedar Park, no matter what they do here, they're still going to get this football. We'll see if they come out flinging with Hernandez. You know, you got some great receivers and a great quarterback. Or do you play it safe, take that 7-point lead, knowing you're going to get the ball back in 50 seconds anyway? Let's see. The kick is off. Caught it.
Nice.
Down. 21-yard line. He's down.
Parks, number 32, with the big hit.
Oh, Parks. Beautiful hit.
He's done that many times this year. Great coverage by that young man there.
Wow.
On the kickoff. Way to go, Ron Parks.
So that will be 45 seconds now on the clock. And that's Cameron. That's their leading receiver. Josh Cameron knows how to return, but Josh Parks says, I know how to hit. Ball is out there. They're going to spot him at the 23-yard line. I want to give a shout-out to Ryan Helton's grandmother tonight, seeing him play live here tonight. Grandma Joe, I know you're not listening now. I hope you're listening later. Ryan's been such a big part of this season this year, and love having you be a part of this today. First play is caught down to the 34-yard line, goes Cade Hart. They're going to say he got to the 31.
He did not get out of bounds. That clock is still running.
They've got all their timeouts. They're not using them. Hernandez, empty formation. Back to pass. That ball's incomplete. Trying to throw the quick out, maybe try to get him out of bounds. 3rd down and 2. 21 seconds on the clock.
Luke Boone, number 31, on the coverage there. Helton over there to help out with the new defense we're looking at tonight. So it's going to be a – no, they're not calling – I thought they were calling a timeout. I'm sorry, they are not.
Incomplete pass does stop the clock. The crowd getting into it for Friendswood now, looking for a big stop here on 3rd and 2. 21 seconds left. Friendswood down 7. Hernandez going to keep it. Now he's going to pass. Got a man that is caught. Beautiful catch right there by number 30, Blake Conover. That's the 6th receiver Cedar Park has thrown to today.
Again, a junior.
Yeah, team loaded with underclassmen.
Yeah.
15 seconds on the clock. Cedar Park on their own 48-yard line. Twin receivers to both sides. 3 linemen for Friendswood. The only pressure they get. Everyone else is back. Hernandez got all day and then some. He's going to throw it on the little wheel. That ball is incomplete. Nice catch, but it's out of bounds. 4 seconds on the clock. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. 14-7. Cedar Park is in control. Got time for one more play. You can hear the Friendswood crowd again in this cavernous dome stadium. Makes it even louder. 14-7 Cedar Park.
And they're going to use one of their timeouts, yep.
So score 14 for Cedar Park, 7 for Friendswood. 4 seconds left here in the first half. Cedar Park not in position to score. They're on their own 48. Friendswood does have a timeout. Surprised Cedar Park just run this thing out, go to half up 7. But
they may try one just for the end zone, right? May take a shot at it.
Might as well now. You're 52 yards away.
Yeah.
Again, the winner of this game will play in the 3rd round next weekend versus Manor. That is a district opponent of Cedar Park. In the other, let's try to think the other game. We have, the other regional semifinal game is, of course, Shadow Creek versus Foster, 2 teams that Friendswood knows very well indeed. And then you also have next week, you have the 6A playoffs right here at NRG. Katy versus North Shore, Atascocita versus Katy Tompkins. Barbers Hill made the 3rd round with a win last night. What a great time of year.
Oh, that Katy North Shore game is going to be a heck of a game.
That's going to be they may pull in 40,000 here at NRG for that one. 4 o'clock next Friday. Last play of the half, Hernandez is going to be, almost brought down by Spiller. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be caught at the 36-yard line. And he's going to be brought down to 35. And that's going to do it here for the first half. Your Friendswood Mustangs playing a whale of a first half, but they're down 7. The halftime score is Cedar Park 14, Friendswood 7. And we're going to shoot it down to Madison here, see if she can get a quick word from Coach Koopman on the way out. He is talking to his coaches right now on the way out. We'll see what his thoughts are here from the first half and what he's going to have to do here in the second half to get this win. Only down 7. He's got to feel in good shape, but not as great shape as he probably wants to be in Madison. We're going to shoot it down to you.
Hey, y'all. Coach Koopman is walking up to me right now. Hey, Coach Koopman, how are you doing today?
Good.
So we had a rough start, but we came back and scored that touchdown. What are you going to tell the boys in the locker room today, to keep them fired up and to keep them scoring?
It's Texas high school players. We're going to keep battling every snap, and we'll be fine.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach. And that was Coach Koopman. You heard it here.
Thanks so much, Madison. Great job as always. I tell you what, it's going to be a great second half. We're all looking forward to it.
I'm excited for the second half.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break here on MCS Sports. We'll come back, get some ads. We'll hear from Coach Koopman as well from our interview with him yesterday. The halftime score is Cedar Park 14, Friendswood 7. We'll be back here shortly on MCS Sports.
Did you know that FISD offers after-school and evening programs for children, students, and adults? After-school classes are available at all elementary and intermediate campuses. Classes like soccer, puppet making, Little Vet School, dance party, marathon and 5K running programs, and many more are available. We have classes for kids as young as 3 years old. Sign up now by visiting the Community Ed website.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Right now, we're joined, as always, by the head coach of your Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Robert Koopman. And, Coach, it goes without saying, you and I are talking this time of year. It's the second round of the playoffs, and y'all are still alive.
It's a fun thing, you know. It's playoffs are all just you win the next one. Well, we won that first one. Our goal is to win the next one. But it's going to be fun playing NRG tonight. It's going to be a great night.
Well, let's talk real quick about the last game just for a second, and then, of course, talk about the bigger fish here.
Right.
But obviously, a great thrill, not only to win round number one, but to win at home for those seniors after that senior night and things like that. But what a great thrill, of course, what a great win. That was just a business-like approach.
It was, man. I mean, we played well all around, except we had some special team lapses, which we've spent much hours this week on special teams. But yeah, it was a great time for seniors and things. And you know what, I got excited. They weren't that excited after that win.
That's good.
They know that there's bigger fish to fry, and they were ready to prepare. And we've had a great week.
Good. Well, now speaking of bigger fish, of course, you know you got Cedar Park coming here. They've got a history of going far in the playoffs, including winning some championships. So you've got a well-established program here, but they have a well-established program they're going to face as well.
Yeah, and I mean it's 2 equally matched football teams. If you look at their strengths and our strengths, being tough, being disciplined, being where you're supposed to be. So it should be it's going to be a heck of a matchup and who's going to prepare the most and who's going to prepare the best and who makes plays. Someone's going to have to make some plays out there.
Sure.
And so which team makes the most plays?
So, looking at just their numbers this year, and of course it's hard to compare because different districts and whatnot, but, they're putting up about 30-something points a ball game. Your defense is also, of course, one of the stronger ones we've had here in a while. If y'all have to make any adjustments or anything, or is it just go as is?
No, they throw the ball about 80% of the time. I think it's 77% of the time. So there'll be some nickel dime packages and different looks out and things. And so I'd kind of suspect maybe the same from them from it. You have to hope that the quality of our district has prepared us for games like this. That we know Cedar Park's a really good football team, a really good football program, but we have certainly been facing some really good football teams the last few weeks in district. So, we hope that prepares us for it for the game.
No, absolutely. I know the other big game in this 2-district matchup, of course, Hutto, Shadow Creek, other two, but again, they barely got by Hutto, I see, and it's of course another team with a lot of pedigree. Of course, Shadow Creek goes without saying. But I feel like both teams are well prepared, for a game like this. Again, you don't want to get to the second round of playoffs without that.
Oh, yeah. You start getting second and third rounds. You're not going to run in. If you hope to look for a bad team, you're probably going to be out of luck.
Right.
And so, that's the beauty of Texas high school football playoffs, man. I mean, it's 6 games, it's 6 grueling weeks to get to the end of this thing.
So, you've been, of course, you coached at NRG several times and other big stadiums as well. How hard is it to get the kids? I mean, you got a couple of kids, at least like if you want, that's played here before. But the rest of it's a brand new
No,
experience.
I don't
Is it
think
hard to keep them?
I don't think it is. I think once they get in, look around, and say, "Oh, the Texans play here, and J.J. Watts plays here," it comes down to a football game.
Sure.
And I don't think it's that. People always ask that. I just as I said, we're going to do like the movie Hoosiers, right? We're going to go in and go take the tape measure out, and the field's the same size. And I think once kickoff takes place, the beauty of it is I'm not worried about wind or rain or anything
That's
like
right.
that when you're playing
72
NRG.
degrees.
And so I think it is. I don't think the wow factor is that big of a
Good.
deal.
Good. Yeah, you're right. The dimensions are the same. The
Yeah.
only thing different is on my end, we have a nicer press box. That's
Yeah.
all we have. But that doesn't affect you guys.
Right.
So, no, it's exciting time. Of course, exciting time here at Friendswood. Girls
Yeah.
playing the
Oh,
state.
yeah, we're excited about the girls, and hopefully they'll have good news for us on Friday.
Yes.
And then we're going to just keep rocking and
They
rolling.
can rack up their state championship Saturday right before y'all's kick off and get this thing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Keep this thing going. Well, Coach, again, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Looking forward to hopefully visit with you over Thanksgiving week as well.
I do too. Thank you.
You bet. That's Coach Robert Koopman of your Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Believe you found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're
Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Did you know that FISD offers after-school and evening programs for children, students, and adults? After-school classes are available at all elementary and intermediate campuses. Classes like soccer, puppet making, Little Vet School, cooking for kids, Spanish, family and me dance party, marathon and 5K running programs, and many more are available. We have classes for kids as young as 3 years old. Sign up now by visiting the Community Ed website.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Believe he found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he started with the loose. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Visit Trinity and the Ad Council.
Joe, why don't you
you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show. Right now, we're joined, as always, by the head coach of your Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Robert Koopman. And, Coach, it goes without saying, you and I are talking this time of year. It's the second round of the playoffs, and y'all are still alive.
It's a fun thing, you know. It's playoffs are all just you win the next one. When we won that first one, our goal is to win the next one. But it's going to be fun playing NRG tonight. It's going to be a great night.
Well, let's talk real quick about that last game just for a second, and then, of course, talk about the bigger fish here.
Right.
But obviously, great thrill, not only to win round number one, but to win at home for those seniors after that senior night and things I brought up. But what a great thrill, of course, what a great win. That was just a business-like approach.
It was, man. I mean, we played well all around, except we had some special team lapses, which we've spent much hours this week on special teams. But yeah, it was a great time for seniors and things. And you know what, I got excited. They weren't that excited after that win.
That's good.
They know that there's bigger fish to fry, and they were ready to prepare. We've had a great week.
Good. Well, now speaking of bigger fish, of course, you know, you got Cedar Park coming here. They've got a history of going far in the playoffs, including winning you know, some championships. So you've got a well-established program here, but they have a well-established program they're going to face as well. Yeah,
and I mean it's two equally matched football teams. You know, if you look at their strengths are our strengths, being tough, being disciplined, being where you're supposed to be. So it should be it's going to be a heck of a matchup, and who's going to prepare the most, and who's going to prepare the best, and who makes plays. Someone's going to have to make some plays out there.
Sure.
And so which team makes the most plays?
So, you know, looking at just their numbers this year, and of course it's hard to compare because different districts and whatnot, but, you know, they're putting up about 30-something points a ball game. Your defense is also, of course, been one of the stronger ones we've had here in a while. Have y'all had to make any adjustments or anything, or is it just, you know, go as is?
No, they throw the ball about 80% of the time. I think 77% of the time. So, there'll be some nickel dime packages and different looks out and things. And so I'd kind of suspect maybe the same from them. From it, you know, you have to hope that the quality of our district has prepared us for games like this. That, you know, we know Cedar Park's a really good football team, a really good football program, but we have certainly been facing some really good football teams the last few weeks in district. So, you know, we hope that prepares us for it. For the game.
No, absolutely. I know the other big game in this two district matchup, of course, Hutto, Shadow Creek, you know, other two, but again, they barely got by Hutto, I see, and it's, you know, of course, another team with a lot of pedigree. Of course, Shadow Creek goes without saying, but yeah, I feel like both teams are well prepared, you know, for a game like this. You don't want to get to the second round playoffs without that.
Oh, yeah, you know, you start getting second and third rounds, you're not going to run, you know, if you hope to look for a bad team, you're probably going to be out of luck.
Right.
And so, you know, that's the beauty of Texas high school football playoffs, man. I mean, it's 6 games, it's 6 grueling weeks to get to the end of this thing.
So, you know, you've coached the NRG several times and other big stadiums as well. How hard is it to get the kids? I mean, you got a couple of kids, at least like one that's played here before. But the rest of it is a brand new experience.
No,
is it hard to keep them?
I don't think it is. I think once they get in, look around, and say, "Oh, the Texans play here, and J.J. Watts plays here," it comes down to a football game.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think it's that, you know, people always ask that. I just, as I said, we're going to do like the movie Hoosiers, right? We're going to go in and go take the tape measure out, and the field's the same size. And I think once kickoff takes place, the beauty of it is I'm not worried about wind or rain or anything like that when you're playing NRG. And so I think it is. I don't think the wow factor is that big of a deal.
Good. Yeah, you're right. The dimensions are the same. The only thing different is on my end, we have a nice press box. That's all we have. That doesn't affect you guys. Right. So, no, it's exciting time. And of course, exciting time here at Friendswood. Girls play the state.
Oh, yeah, we're excited about the girls, and hopefully they'll have good news for us on Friday.
Yes.
And then we're going to just keep rocking and rolling.
They can rack up their state championship Saturday up before y'all's kickoff and get this thing.
That'd be awesome.
Keep this thing going. Well, Coach, again, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Looking forward to hopefully visit with you over Thanksgiving week as well.
I do too. Thank you.
That's Coach Robert Koopman of your Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
Do you own a small business? Hometown Bank wants to help your business grow. Hometown Bank believes that small businesses are the backbone of our community and they're critical to the economy. Hometown Bank has money to lend for commercial real estate, expansion projects, equipment, and more. Hometown Bank makes local decisions to support the local business economy and has a sincere interest in your success. Ask about commercial loans and discover a financial partner for life. Hometown Bank takes great pride in providing the stress-free banking experience you deserve. Call or stop by and meet one of the experienced loan officers or account representatives, and you'll see how easy it is to choose the right bank. Great rates, local people, personal service, easy decision. Member FDIC. Equal Housing Lender, htbna.bank.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Levy found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
And welcome back to NRG, where the halftime score is the Cedar Park Timberwolves 14 and your Friendswood Mustangs 7. This game has been just as we expected. Coach, talk about a few halftime stats here real quick.
Well, as we look at the stats here, first of all, we look at the big glaring stat is third down efficiency. We are 1 for 6 for 17%. That's kind of been an Achilles heel for Friendswood this year. We've had a couple games, or many of the games, haven't been great on third down. Stats are a little down all across the board, to be honest. Only 7 points here in the first half. Friendswood's got to make amends on that. I'm sure the coaches will take some halftime when they talk to them, change some things. It's a low-scoring game. We both expect a little
yeah.
more offense on that. Only 11 first downs for Friendswood, 14 for Cedar Park. I'm sure they're wanting both sides want to pick that up a little bit. But as we mentioned earlier, I think being clean is going to be a huge importance here in the second half. Playing a clean game, no fumbles, no pick sixes, don't drop a punt. Things of that nature are going to help us out in the long run.
Well, the opening kickoff does go back, and Cedar Park will start their first drive of the second half here on their own 27-yard line. If you look purely stats, though, Cedar Park's in a huge advantage. But at the end of the day, you look at the scoreboard, it only up a touchdown. But Cedar Park does have the advantage right now because they do get the ball first here in the second half. Hernandez back to pass, got a man caught. That's brought down quickly by Nick Aboud and Bryant Wade on the tackle. That's a quick gain of about 4. And that does go to number 34, Josh Cameron.
Looks like we've got Seth Downs here at the nose tackle, of course. Nose guard, Reyes and Spiller there, the front 3.
Second down and 6 now for the Wolves. Hernandez got some time, got a man across the middle. Cameron caught, first down, up to the 41-yard line. Goes Josh Cameron. We've seen that a lot tonight, and I got a sneaky suspicion we're going to see a lot more of that here in the second half.
It's amazing how he gets open. We know they're going to him, yet he still slides in there underneath the defense. Handoff up the gut there to 89.
Oh, 89. We've seen a little bit of him. Brock Johnson. Just not been a lot of running room, but all they're trying to do is keep Friendswood honest.
Yeah. Then, the running is definitely not their forte there with over 2,500, almost 2,600 yards from the quarterback and a 1,000-yard receiver. We mentioned earlier he had 950 yards. I'm sure he's broken the 50-yard mark this game,
absolutely.
Which gives him 1,000 for the season.
Second down and 7 now for the T-Wolves. Trips formation to the left side, single to the right. Going to the right side, that ball is caught. And that's a first down for the Timberwolves. And Coach, Cedar Park's just come out, just click, click, click. Everything they're doing is working right now.
Yeah,
marching right down the field.
A little pitch and catch, it seems like each time. Down the court, trying to get down the field, trying to get 5 to 6 yards at chunks, and that's what they're doing.
They're now in Friendswood territory here, just underway in the second half, up 14-7. Cedar Park moving right to left on your computer screen. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be big 89. Brock Johnson again, senior tailback. Get about 3 or 4 on that.
Nick Aboud coming in. Looked like he was going to set the blitz. When they handed off, he just cut back in, made the tackle. Nice job, 41.
Again, a little different look for Friendswood tonight is Connor Haynes in that kind of mid-safety position here from his usual spot at cornerback.
Yeah, it's weird not seeing him in one-on-one coverage outside, isn't it?
It really is. You got Luke Boone in there in his stead. Handoff right side. Got some running room, 40. Down to the 38-yard line goes number 20, Kevin Adams. It's going to be about a yard, maybe a half yard short of a first down for the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves are just coming out here with a business-like approach, and they are just methodically marching down the field right now against this Friendswood defense in a little different way that we've seen with some running as well. And right now they're up to 320 yards of total offense, but they only have 14 on the board. Third down and 1. Ball's on the 39. Hernandez back to pass. Call that. It's going to be a quick slant. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. It's going to be a pass interference. Looked like Dane Roney on that one. Cameron went up high for that ball, and Roney was bringing him down a little early. There's the call.
Yep. And we had to mention Miss Reinhardt got in a little late today. She's there at halftime. She chatted us up, and she said, let's go Mustangs, keep up the hard work.
Absolutely.
And that's right. And, of course, from Joe Dinky from Select Sports and Spine says, well, hello, Miss Reinhardt.
Joe Dink, I know we visited his place many times. Unfortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, between myself and my kiddos. So glad Dr. Dinky does what he does. First and 10 now for the T-Wolves. Pressured. Oh, Reyes just missed the sack. Hernandez still running, gets out of the grasp of Aboud, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 28-yard line of the Mustangs, about 2 yards shy of a first and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Matthew Reyes with good pressure up there on the outside, just barely misses making that sack, and, of course, it leaves the flats open there when the defense has committed to covering as they are, and Hernandez is able to get out there and almost get a first down.
Trips to the left side, handoff up the middle, first down. Kevin Adams still on his feet, gets down to the 21-yard line. Got a few substitutions now. Looks like Bubba Farrell come back in the ball game for Friendswood as Downs goes out. Coach, Cedar Park, they're just methodical on this drive, are they not?
They are. They're pulling their.
Oh, there we go. First down,
Didn't get
stop.
it that time. Yeah, they pulled big number 65, Connor Mason, sophomore offensive lineman. That's a big sophomore. I got a sophomore at home. He ain't that big, but big pull right there. But we filled the gap on that. He wasn't able to make the pancake block, and we stopped Cedar Park on that run. Looks like Cedar Park is definitely going 50-50 pass run, which is a little different than what they're used to, or at least what they've shown the first half and really all season.
2nd and 9. Hernandez back to pass. Oh, he's going to be right. No, he gets out of the grass. Still scrambling. 20, 17. 2 opportunities for a sack. Abel missed him on the outside.
Bubba Farrell almost had a chance
Bubba
right
Farrell,
there.
just missed. I mean, I thought he had a hand on him.
I did too. And then he scoots on the out there in the flat where nobody's at the run out and can't quite get him either. So
3rd down and 6 now for the Timberwolves. They are in the red zone now. Ball's on the Friendswood 17-yard line.
We did mention his rushing ability, his use of his feet last year, and of course he had this year. He has 5 rushing touchdowns to go on with his 30 passing.
Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Hernandez dumps it out of the backfield. That ball is caught, makes a move, going to be short of the first down though. Oh man, this is deja vu in the first quarter. It was about a 4th and 1. They were maybe 2 or 3 yards close. Right now they're on the 13. But Cedar Park went for it.
Yep.
Didn't get it. Matter of fact, had the 20-yard sack. And they're going to go for it again.
They sure are.
No field goal opportunity here for Cedar Park. It is 4th and a good 2. Empty backfield for Hernandez.
Big play here for the Mustang D.
Here he goes. Back to pass. Oh, he's got some running room. He makes a cut. 10, 5, touchdown. Ryder Hernandez. And I don't know how it looked on the field, but it sure looked that hole opened up wide from our vantage point.
Yeah, and we just mentioned it. There's this use of those feet right there, getting that other rushing touchdown here for the season for him. That was, looks like the Mustangs are bringing 4. Yeah, there's a big hole up the right-hand side there, that line. He rushes that one in.
Score now is 20-7. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And I tell you what, that drive, I mean, you can't get more methodical than that, Coach. It was about 7 or 8 yards a chunk. Like everything was 2nd and short, 1st and 10. 2nd and short, 1st and 10. And then you get down to the nitty gritty, and you get a 4th and 1. Almost exactly the same scenario.
Absolutely was.
And I don't know if they don't have a kicker or they just feel like we'll put the ball in the hands of Hernandez.
Yeah, now I will say the ball placement on that play in particular was very wide right.
That's true.
Of the field goal. It was very wide right. You can see they've got the stripes there for the NFL and for the high school there on the field. A little confusing, but it was very wide right, so maybe they didn't want to take a chance.
It could be a tough angle, you're right.
Could be a tough angle. Now, Friendswood, what they have to do, they've done it. They did it last drive, just methodical, just like you mentioned, Cedar Park, going down, take what the defense gives you, dink and dunk if you have to, hang on to the football, and if we can get those 2nd down and short, it really makes you call the game totally different.
Plenty of time. 7:27 left here in the 3rd quarter. First drive for Friendswood coming up now of the second half. Cedar Park's first drive, very positive for Cedar Park. Something else Cedar Park did, which they did not do in the first half, were penalty-free. Fair caught by Noah Palitz. Communication down there between him and Dawson Johnson. I think Johnson thought he might get that, but Cedar Park now starting to roll the total yards of that first drive, 356 right now to Friendswood's 145. And they loaded up the first downs in that last drive as well as they got a first down about every other play.
They had 5 first downs. If the scorebook is right there up there on the big board, they had 14 going in after half. That's 19, so they gave them 5 first downs on that series.
About what we have. So Friendswood needs an answer here. 7:27 left here in the 3rd quarter. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Gurdon makes a pass out. Elizondo, that ball is caught right at the sticks. Well, they're going to move that to first down just past the 35-yard line. Nice job by Elizondo elevating and going to get that ball. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and Luke's going to probably do a good job this second half and maybe spread the ball around a little more. I think only 3 or 4 receivers actually caught one in the first half, and every game we've done this year, he has really spread the ball around, so you can't guard everybody. Maybe they're trying to get other receivers involved and not just key on one person, make the defense bend a little bit more. Here comes the screen.
Oh, got it off, and it's going to be brought down. That was number 28, Luke Taylor, and it's a no-gainer. Lucky got back to the line of scrimmages.
Yeah.
The D-line was do what they do, but the linebacker, Taylor, just read that so well. And he was a man on a mission as soon as Payless caught that football. It's now 2nd down and 10. 6:38 left here in the third quarter.
Looks like they got Tomko, number 24, in the ball game now.
Twins to the left side. Double tight formation. Gurdon rolls to his left. Got a man. Oh, no, intercepted. No, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Nice breakup. I didn't get a number. He's on the sideline. Oh, there's a late flag.
They're going to throw that on Friendswood, I'm afraid.
Oh, my goodness.
So they're going to tack this on. They're already going to be sitting at about the the 41-yard line. If they tack that unsportsmanlike on top of that, that is not going to be good.
Well, they have a turnover belt. Looks like one of the players just gave someone in the stands.
Personal foul. Yep, against Friendswood.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. That goes from bad to worse right there, as the interception was bad, then you tack on an extra 15. God, you cannot afford that right there. They're showing the replay on the big board now. Gurdon was pressured. Had a man intended target was Christian Lee. No, excuse me, that was Dawson Johnson. And Johnson's the one that got Johnson got the personal foul.
That's just a little frustration
penalty right there.
Yeah, just frustration.
Johnson was set up inside. The DB was outside. The pass goes outside.
Correct, yep.
And it was an easy interception for Cedar Park. And then the frustration from Dawson cost him 15. Ball's on the 26-yard line. Hernandez back to pass. Looking for it all. Nothing there. So instead dumps it off to the back out of the backfield. That is Brock Johnson. It's been about a 2-yard gain is all he's going to get.
Taken down by 44, Ryan Helton.
.58 left here in the third quarter. Cedar Park driving again. Ball's on the Friendswood 26-yard line. Score Cedar Park 21. Friendswood 7. Ryder Hernandez back to pass. Caught. Cameron.
Ball comes out.
That ball is loose.
Oh, they said it was an incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think he even made a turn.
I don't think he did either. I was being optimistic.
Oh, absolutely. Friendswood fans imploring that defense to stay alive, help get this game back. Oh, yeah, he never even came down with the ball.
Yeah, he didn't. It happened so quick from our vantage point. I was being helpful.
5:35 now. Clock stop. 3rd and 9 for the Timberwolves. Ball's on the Friendswood 26-yard line. Wheel out of the backfield. Hernandez got the man in the backfield. Caught 25-20. Runs out of bounds just inside the first down sticks. That will be a new set of downs. This is number 13, Gunnar Absek. And this drive continues for Cedar Park.
But Kirk, there hadn't really been many. It's usually the yards after the catch they've been getting. They've kind of dinking and dunking. They hadn't had any huge big plays.
Correct.
Even the big long touchdown was more like a 15-yard pass
Correct.
and then a breakaway.
Hernandez, quick pass, another quick strike. That's caught to Absek. Brought down immediately, but I say immediately it's a 5-yard gain right there.
Yeah, again, they're just taking what the defense gives them. They're out there in those flats on the sides, just trying to see they're doing some quick routes. It's almost like a timing pattern. It's almost like flag football. Just get out there, quick timing pattern, boom, get it out to your receiver. It's going to put them down there. Cedar Park on the 11.
Ball's on left hash at the 11-yard line. Trips to the wide side of the field. Single receiver is Udoy to the left side. Handoff left side. Oh, goodness. Nice run. And a great tackle that time by Trey Mapp. As the back exploded out of the backfield. Needed 3, got 1 when Mapp blew him up. That was Cade Hott. Hott had a fumble earlier in the game. Thought Matt might have got one right there, but he held on to the football. It's 3rd down and a long one Ball's on the 8-yard line for Cedar Park. Big stop here for the Mustangs. 4:28 left here in the third. Empty backfield for Hernandez.
Pressure.
Quick pressure. Oh, he just threw it up. Give me no incomplete. Thought we had an interception right there.
Looked like Luke Sanchez. I thought he was going to grab that one.
Sanchez and Haynes and Wade, all of them were in the vicinity.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Just couldn't bring that thing down. Oh, that would have been huge right there. Well, here we are now. It's 4th and 1. Same scenario, and we got a kicking team coming on. I didn't know they brought the kicker.
I didn't know the kicker made the bus trip. Maybe he did. This one, of course, again, it's wide left. It's on the far, far left hash mark.
Kicker is number 24, Justin Borer. Ball is on the 15. It's a 25-yard kick. The kick is up. The kick is good for Cedar Park. The score is 24 for Cedar Park. Friendswood stuck on 7. 4:15 left here in the third quarter. Well, there's some penalty on the play. Hold on one second here. Field goal is good. And a sideline warning on Cedar Park. Those officials know how to throw that warning. We've seen it earlier on Friendswood. That one's on Cedar Park. Let's go down to Madison real quick. Madison, this is not the start of the second half that we were hoping to see.
Definitely not, Kirk. But, we've still got some time left. We got 4 minutes left in this quarter and a whole nother quarter after this, so I'm sure we can pull something out.
I agree with you. Now, let me ask you a question here. What's the feeling on the sidelines? I mean, can you tell the players, are we seeing heads down? Are we staying involved? How's it looking down there?
I don't really see any heads down. I see them with their head up, a little bit of discouragement, but they've still got their heads high, and this crowd is not going to let them put their heads down, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I can see the student section still on their feet down there, the moms and dads and cheering. I mean, it's great atmosphere still, and it's a lot of game left, Madison, like you said. So hopefully we're going to have some good news here pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll go down to Madison a little bit later. The score is 24-7. Cedar Park on top of Friendswood. 4:15 left here in the third quarter. It is not doer time yet for the Mustangs, but it's starting to get tight here as Elizondo makes a fair catch on the kickoff. And you look at this second half, Coach. Friendswood just had one drive. I mean, it's 4 minutes left in the quarter. We've had the ball one time and it ended with an interception.
Yeah, and it's hard to score. You don't have the football.
No, absolutely.
That sounds crazy. What Friendswood's got to do is they got to find the soft spot in the defense. They got to figure out what they're going to give us, and we got to take advantage of that. Whether it's the flats, whether it's a sit-down route, maybe it's a one-on-one with Christian Lane. We can actually go and throw the bomb. Try to get a big score here. Got to have a play. Got to keep our heads up here. Definitely not, in my opinion, got to score on this drive.
Some
4 minutes to go
in
the third quarter. Right, it's going to be tough to go in the fourth quarter down 24-7. So we have to make sure we score here on this drive.
Three-man line for Cedar Park. A little pressure from the left side. Gurdon, empty backfield. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man caught. Christian Lee. Oh, beautiful catch by Lee. His feet were knocked out from under him. Who was that? Number 28, Luke Taylor, with a nice hit. And Lee, again, just hangs on that football.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's a workhorse. I would like to go to him a little more often here. He fell on his back. He's all right. He held on to the football. Good job by Christian.
Second down and 2 now for the Mustangs. And again, definitely not panic time. Just do your thing right here.
Right, oh, absolutely not, yeah.
A lot of time left. Oh, good pull from we missed a block. And look like quick hit. Shelby Battles gets in there with a quick strike. We saw a hole open up right here for a second, and then it was closed down. Needed 2 blocks, got 1. Short yardage team comes on as Roney, Mapp, and Reyes all enter the ball game. Third down and 1 for the Mustangs. Ball is on the 34. They need to get just past the 35 for the 1st and 10. Handoff, Roney. I think he got it.
He absolutely got it.
Yeah, they're going to say just cross the 35, which is exactly what he needed. So that'll be a first down for the Mustangs. And I tell you what, yes, the score is 24-7. If you look at the stats, I mean, it's a dominating performance by Cedar Park right here. 373 on the total yardage. We haven't seen that all season against Friendswood's defense.
Oh, absolutely not. They're averaging just under. I had the stat. I'm sorry. And I can't find it anyway. I'm sorry. I apologize for
that's
that
all right.
break there. We're trying to find the average yards allowed by the defense, but this definitely is it. They're going for it right
first
here.
and 10,
Single
go.
coverage.
Come on, Christian Lee. That ball's incomplete. Good coverage by Caden Combs. Lee pleading his case. Not going to get it. It was a little handsy. Lee trying to make another incredible over-the-shoulder catch, and Combs just does a good job of getting his hands in there. We're watching the replay. I mean, the hand gets in there maybe a little early on that.
That's close. To be honest, that's one of those that's probably good they kept the flag in the pocket on that. That is
That's
very
a bang play
yes,
right
sir,
there. Yes.
Absolutely.
Gurdon, quick pass out to Palitz. Needs to make a move, does not, and gets tackled. About a 2-yard gain. Cedar Park doing a good job of not falling for the breakdown and the shakes by Palitz tonight. They're just a sound team.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure. Now we got this 3rd and 8. Friendswood has not been great tonight on third down efficiency. We need to make sure we get this 3rd and 8. It's going to be tough. Now, if it's close, do you go for it here, even though we're on our side of the field with the score what it is?
With 14 minutes left, with the time that you're looking at, I think you might want to think about that. Gurdon, pressure, little looper. Oh, he's brought for the sack. Brought down for the sack. Number
99, Big Bell.
Big Ben Bell with the 92 tackles coming into this game. The big redhead comes in and gets him another one. That's his 8th sack on the season. They did a little loop around with the end, and Bell sneaks underneath the block. And Bell said, that's just what I do. And Friendswood will line up to punt. Ball is spotted on their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, 4th and 12. There's definitely no choice here.
Kick is away. Oh, it's going to be returned. 35, 37. Trying to get out. He's going backwards. Back to the 33, but he got to the 35-yard line. Look at Nick Aboud in on the tackle and a few others as well. 1:10 left, Coach, in the 3rd. I mean, again, you're not saying it's do or die time yet, but you're getting closer.
Yeah, and that quarter went so fast. I don't know exactly the actual time of that, but I look up and when I heard you say 1 minute left in the quarter, my goodness, it seemed like we just started the half.
It really was, and usually, well, you know, Cedar Park had a good balancing job of run and pass, and I would expect to see a heavy dose of exactly what we saw that first drive, this drive right here. Cedar Park looking to put this game away. If Cedar Park could put a drive together, Coach, 4 or 5 minute drive with a score, it's going to be a tough one to come back from.
It is going to be tough. We got to have the quick strike offense, have to go for some deep balls, which if we don't catch them or get the PIs, what have you, that's going to put us in long down situations. That's just always tough to come back
Need to
from.
find a turnover right here. Ryder Hernandez back to pass, got it all day. Now he's pressured by Stevens and Spiller, but he's going to roll to his right side, run out of bounds. Roney was the nearest defender to him. About a 6-yard gain for Ryder Hernandez. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Ryder Hernandez, he has time. He doesn't like it, take off and get some 5 or 6. That's why he's the leading rusher on this ball club.
Yeah, look like
and he's not a running quarterback.
And he's not a running quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. Looked like he came up hopping just a smidgen, maybe a little tweak on the old ankle there as you run out of bounds. And I would have probably blown a hamstring there on the 30.
Oh, man, absolutely. You and me both. Doubles formation, both sides. Hernandez got some pressure indeed. Going for his man Cameron. Incomplete.
Good coverage, Luke Sanchez.
Yes, indeed. Luke Sanchez, great coverage. That's his go-to guy, Josh Cameron. That was maybe one of the deepest passes he's thrown all game.
Yeah, and that was great coverage by Luke Sanchez. He's out there on an island by himself, just one-on-one, going back there, keeping his eyes on the receiver. Nice job, no interference. Just a good quality defensive play by number 20.
Stops the clock, 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. 3rd and 4, big third down now for this Friendswood defense. Looking to dial up some more pressure. That man coverage, quick out, caught.
No,
he's going to be
he
short.
did not get it.
He's going to be short, run out of bounds by Boone. Boone and Trey Mapp.
Yep.
About 4th and 1.
It's going to be a long one, too.
Coach, we'll see. Yeah, they're going to have to bring in some punting personnel, looks like. You got a lot of players in Cedar Park who want to go for it, but Coach Apsek says, I think we're going to go ahead and kick this ball away, fellas. You don't want to give Friendswood a chance this close on there in the field. You're on your own 34-yard line. Kick it back to Connor Haynes.
We need a return right
I was
here.
saying we need a Connor Haynes return right here.
I'd love to call his name.
Uh-oh. It's going to be a little rugby kick. Gets off a boot. Haynes has a fair catch, though.
He had no choice but to fair catch that when the defender was almost right in front of him.
Tell you what, that rugby punt made me a little nervous there because he had got 1 yard for the first, and he ran about 6 or 7.
Yeah, what that also does is when they snap it, it gives a chance for the defenders, or in their case, the punt team,
Right.
to get down there and make better coverage. That's why that rugby style is kind of getting popular. We've actually seen some of those guys in the NFL, little rugby style, not the traditional punt as they have done for all these years, but that gives that coverage team a chance to get down there so there's not a big return.
11 seconds left here. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays for the Mustangs before this third quarter is over. Friendswood is down 24-7.
But, you know, anything could happen, Kirk. It's just really two scores. Could be a fumble recovery. Could be a pick, something like that. We just tripped coming out of the backfield.
Oh, goodness. Look like, is that Veach? Yeah, Jared Veach on the run. It's Veach's first carry of the ball game. And that will do it here for the third quarter. Your score is Friendswood 7, Cedar Park 24. Cedar Park tacks on another 10. And we are 1 quarter away from one team advancing to play Manor in the third round and one team ending their season. And right now, Friendswood is not in the driver's seat. 12 minutes left in this season for one team. And for Friendswood, Coach, to get this thing, I mean, you're looking at 3 scores. You got to find a way. You got to find a way to get some quick strikes here because the way this offense is moving for Cedar Park, they can take some time off the clock.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do that with a little dink and dunk and the running. They seem like they've been running a little more this half to try to do exactly that, eat up that clock. And we're going to try our best to do what we can as from the Friendswood side to get in there. Got to have a quick score, whether it's going to be a breakaway run, whether it's going to maybe a trick play. There's not really many trick plays. I know this is the playoffs, so we don't want to decide our entire fate on a trick play, but we need something. We need a quick score, something to get Cedar Park off of their defensive game.
Again, total yards right now for Cedar Park, 382. For Friendswood High School, 163. Cedar Park, 303 yards passing. Friendswood has 130. Rushing yards, Friendswood almost non-existent with 33 yards. Cedar Park with a respectable 79 for a team that doesn't run. They're pretty much on their average. Gurdon, handoff, Palis, quick pitch out.
Oh, my
to
Lordy.
Johnson,
He's
quick
open.
pitch back. Got a man. That is caught. A completion.
Caught it off a trick play.
I mean, we got a Palis pitch to Johnson. Johnson pitch back to Gurdon. Long throw to Christian Lee. Lee comes off the field. I think he got a shot in the gut. Needs to catch his breath right there. I got to catch my breath.
I said trick play. I didn't mean it was going to be that. Oh, my goodness.
He got his leg. He got his foot down. Thank you, NRG High Def.
Oh, my goodness. Now, that was a trick play. Holy cow.
Well, look, you're 12 minutes away from the end of your season. You pull out every play in the playbook right there. Gurdon, back to pressure, whistle blown. That's never good. That's a false start by the Mustangs, and you just get that play, and you get a 5-yard penalty.
Just get that momentum, and then bring us back.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I mean, I still don't know what to say about that play. And Palis on that last play, great awareness. I don't know how he got the ball out of his hands the first play, and then Johnson swallowed up, and he just throws it back to Gurdon. Great awareness for everybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nice catch by Christian Lee then.
Absolutely good catch. Ball's on the 50-yard line. Gurdon back to pass, going across the middle. Bump.
Flag.
There's the flag.
There's 3-4 flag. Thank you. Everybody saw it.
Well, you asked for it, you get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Dawson Johnson was pinballed around midfield right there. Yeah. That'll be a PI for sure. Coach Absett's upset. Not sure what. He's probably upset because the 5th official didn't throw his flag.
Yeah, go.
Because there was 4 of them on the field.
Looks like he's talking to his DB saying, "What are you doing? There's no need for that."
Oh no, absolutely no need for that at all. The way these defenders have been playing all game, they're doing a great job of shutting down Friendswood. Friendswood's drive continues, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Only 15 seconds gone by. Friendswood needs a score. And I can't emphasize that word needs.
A little momentum right here, absolutely.
Down 24-7. Seen some crazy things happen at NRG before the playoffs with Friendswood. Harking back a couple years ago to Summer Creek. a team that was everyone thought would come in and beat Friendswood. Friendswood found a way to win in that fourth quarter. Took advantage of some miscues. They're going to have to take advantage of some things now. Get a score, get a stop, get a turnover, whatever. Do anything you can. And we have another whistle before the ball is snapped. I don't think we even had time to get set for a false start.
And, one of the Foster kids down there is wearing yellow shoes. And I think there's a flag in the field almost every time I see it.
I saw him too.
Can you please not wear those, sir? Number 2.
Yes, they are annoying us.
They look good, but they look like a flag.
They look very
every
good,
time. Yeah.
yes.
What are they? Is it a clock issue? No, what?
The ball was put back just in the same spot.
I'm not really sure what happened there. But like you said, Friendswood could get a quick score, maybe a defensive pick 6, maybe a fumble recovery, a scoop and a score, something like that, and we are definitely in this ballgame. And like you said, stranger things have happened, so we are definitely not out of it. In this game with 11:45 in the fourth to go.
Texas high school playoffs, you never know. Gurdon back to pass, going for it all, got him in, caught, touchdown, Mustangs. Elizondo with the 6, Patrick Elizondo.
Now let me tell you what made that play happen. Noah Palis with a chip block, and the man that was blitzing bought enough time for Gurdon to sit in the pocket so Elizondo could get the route. That is a great chip block by Noah Palis, and that goes unheralded. It goes unsung. It's not in the stat sheet anywhere, but that is a great chip block. That's like a quality screen in basketball or a great quality pass. What a chip block by Noah Palis on that, and great catch, of course, by Elizondo. Way to go.
24-14 with the extra point. And just like we said, Coach,
it ain't over.
You need a score, there you got it. Madison, how did it look from your vantage point? Because it was beautiful from up here.
That was a gorgeous play. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
There was not a person that wasn't in the air when he caught that ball. That was amazing.
I mean, we're down 10 points. A lot of football left here, 11:39. Anything can happen, Madison. And I tell you what.
Anything. I'm so ready for anything to happen.
Absolutely. We'll come back to you shortly.
All righty.
24-14 is our score, 11:39. Got a lot of people listening here on MCS Sports. Please keep on listening. This game is far from over. Again, both teams trying to advance to the third round. Cedar Park up 10. Friendswood needs to find a way to get a stop early now. Cannot have a Cedar Park drive like they did in the third quarter where they ate up so much time and then put some points on the board. Got to get a quick 3 and out here.
We need them to play unclean. As we said earlier, make a mistake. We need to capitalize on that.
Ball's caught in the 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, no! 35, 40. Still on his feet. 45, 50. Brought down at the 40-yard line of the Mustangs, and that's not what you needed to see. If you're a Friendswood faithful, found a seam and just took advantage of that. That's number 18, Shane Cathy. Caught it at the 3, found the seam at the 20, and then was just off to the races, and that was a clean return. I scanned the field for yellow and nothing to be found for Cathy. And that gives Cedar Park the ball on Friendswood's 41-yard line. You can't have mistakes, and that's a special teams error for the Mustangs right there.
Now we just got to pin our ears back and try to get a stop there, even though they're down on their. Oh,
they're going to call a timeout. Cedar Park calls a timeout. Get their thoughts together here. 24-14. 11:28 left here in the season for one team. 11:28 until the third round starts for the other. Seen a lot of crazy games this weekend, both 6A, 5A, and all classes around the state. It's just a great time of year in Texas high school football. The playoffs do not disappoint.
Yeah, and really the pressure's on both teams here. Cedar Park definitely is not sitting back thinking they have this thing won. They know Friendswood and how tough they are, but they're trying to make their best plays here. They're calling timeout. They got a lot of time left, and the pressure's on them just as much as it is on us. They got to play clean, like we mentioned a lot of the game previously. In the game. It's definitely not over. 10-point lead is easily taken back. It could be any defensive play here that Friendswood could make. Could be huge. That was a big play on their return man, but they still got 40 yards of green to get to. So we're going to have play tough here on defense.
Again, Cedar Park moving left to right on your computer monitor. Friendswood fans on their feet. Cedar Park fans sitting comfortably for the second. Shouldn't be too comfortable. Only up 10 points right here. Pressure from Friendswood on the outside. Oh, they got a running play. He's got some room. 40, 35. Run out of bounds at the 29-yard line. There goes number 20, Kevin Adams. That was a perfect play call at the right time for Cedar Park. Friendswood had the pressure.
Yeah, we had the pressure dialed up.
Cedar Park chipped them around to the outside. It was just nice running room. 1st and 10 inside the Friendswood 30 at the Friendswood 29. Doubles formation, Absec in motion. Now you got a trip to the left side. Hernandez back to pass. Got a man that's incomplete.
Just nice
dropped.
hands. Ron Helton smacked it away.
Absolutely.
Way to go, 44.
Grandma Joe will be excited about that.
Yeah, nice play by Ron.
11:16 left here. 2nd and 10 for Cedar Park. Cedar Park up 10, 24-14. Balls on the Friendswood 29-yard line.
Yeah, and you mentioned Adams a minute ago. He is their second leading rusher there behind Hernandez, the quarterback. So we got to make sure we keep an eye on number 20 that he doesn't get through the line. Only a sophomore.
Hernandez went back with him. Handoff, right side. Maybe a yard, brought down by Matthew Reyes. It's number 3, Cade Hott on the run.
Yeah, good pursuit by 49 Matthew Reyes on that play to make sure he stayed in it. No way to cut back, and he definitely jumped on and made that tackle. Good job, Matthew.
Well, here's a big 3rd down for the Friendswood Mustangs. 3rd and 8 for Cedar Park. Ball is on the Friendswood 27-yard line. Friendswood down 10. Goes without saying, you sure would love to see a stop right here. Doubles, both sides, pressure up the middle. Quick pass, caught, Absec. He is going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. That is going to be short of a first down.
He barely got across the line of scrimmage and took it.
Yes, 4th and 4. And, you go for it right here, Coach. I mean, wow. You're not going to punt it. You're a little far to kick. You're looking at about a 41-yarder.
Yeah, about 41 yards. Yeah, you can't punt it here. So it's a big 4th down.
Cedar Park, 4th and 4. Trips to the left side. Single receiver to the right. One back in the backfield with Ryder Hernandez. Now it's empty. The back's in motion. Hernandez back to pass. Looking to run. Going to throw it. That ball's caught. Oh, what a catch by number 89, Brock Johnson. I'm not sure who was in the coverage. There was a cushion right there. He was standing on the sideline, essentially. And it's almost like we lost him.
Yeah, for a minute, when he threw the ball, I thought, who's he even throwing it to?
Helton had to come up for the quarterback, and he throws it right in between Jackson Stevens and Connor Haynes.
That was almost like a sidearm, like a pitcher kind of sidearm through that.
1st and 10 now for the Timberwolves. Ball's on the 16-yard line. Handoff up the gut goes number 20, Kevin Adams. Still running. Nice run by Adams. Get that man 7 inside the Friendswood 10. And I got a feeling we're fixing to see about 2 or 3 more runs in a row right here for the Timberwolves to run some time off this clock as they are now inside the 10 to the 8-yard line of Friendswood.
Yeah, and they're in 2nd and 2, which is way different than being 2nd and 8. Those 2nd and 2 short 2nd down yardage plays are a lot easier to call than when it's long 3rd or 2nd down on long. So
Jackson Stevens on that last tackle. Sorry, Coach.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
And Cade Hawk comes in the ball game now for Adams. Trips to the left side. Hernandez hands off to Hott, left side. Cuts it back up the middle, got some running room. That's a first down for Cade Hott. Inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. They will move the chains. 1st and goal for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. Cedar Park is 3 yards away from putting this cushion back to 17 again, making this a 3-score game.
Yeah, with 9:08 on the clock. That's going to be a tough row to hoe, as they say.
Yes, indeed. 9:02 and counting. 3-yard line for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. 1st and goal. Tight bunch formation. Little end around is going to be in for 6 as Cameron goes in untouched. There's a late flag. I'm not sure. That came out way after he was in, I think. Let's see what the call is. Cameron goes in for 6. They have 30 on the board unless this thing's called back.
They're pointing
They're pointing to Cedar Park.
Yeah, they sure are. It may be going to be assessed on the kickoff.
That's
though,
what I'm.
Because they're going to talk to Coach Koopman about it, seeing what he wants to do. Looks like touchdown's going to count.
So a personal foul against Cedar Park after the touchdown will be assessed on the kickoff. Cedar Park now in charge of this ball game, 30-14. 8:49 left here. 8:49 down 2 scores. A lot different, Coach, than 8:49 down 3.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be tough here for Friendswood to come back now. And I guarantee you this. Coaches, seniors, all the boys in blue down there, there's going to be no quit in this football team.
Absolutely. And again, I'm saying it again, crazy things happen.
Yep.
A kick return. I mean, you don't know. You're never over until this game is over. But right now, it is looking a little dismal for your Mustangs. 8:49 left here in the ball game. Cedar Park in control. Cedar Park lost in this round last year to a 10-5A opponent in Shadow Creek. Shadow Creek, of course, went on to win that state championship. Cedar Park's got the pedigree, but so does Friendswood. Friendswood missed the playoffs for the first time in 12 seasons last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right back in it. Now, you're right, Coach. This is going to be a fight to the end here with Friendswood Mustang. But right now, Cedar Park is in control, up 17 with 8:49 left in the ball game.
Now let's see if Cedar Park's going to kick this thing deep. Are they going to try to pooch it up and get enough men down there for the return coverage? Or are they going to try to pitch it off deep? It'd be great right here if we could get a return, only losing 10 seconds off the clock and run this all the way back for a touchdown. Just asking for a favor. That's all I'm saying.
That's a big favor, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, especially since they had to push them back 15 yards. They're going to be kicking from their 25-yard line.
Ball is teed up on the 25. Justin Boer is doing the kicking duties for the Timberwolves. This ball will be caught at the 20. Connor Haynes, 25, 30, 35, 40. Brought down to the 43-yard line. Nice return by Connor. You were asking for 6, but I mean, I'll take a 23-yard return by Haynes.
Sets us up as the coaches there pull the offense to the side. I'm sure they've got a couple plans. They got to play. Got to have to play quick here with 8:42. They probably give them a couple plays to run here at a time. We don't have time to sit there and take forever on the clock. Even though we've got all of our timeouts, we got to score and score quick.
Again, don't be surprised to see anything in the playbook come into play right now. Doubles formation, single back. Now he's out. Payless. That's Tomko. Gurdon back to pass. Caught. McCabe. Right past midfield. Give him the 48-yard line. Are we going to have a no flag on that? McCabe gets tossed out like yesterday's garbage way after the whistle blew, but apparently it was all clean. Ball's on the 48-yard line.
It was clean garbage.
Oh, guess so.
I'm calling the hook and ladder right here.
I mean, it's a
I'm
good
looking
time
for the hook and ladder right here.
To the right side, got the wide side of the field there. We'll see.
I don't know if Coach Harris, those guys can hear me down there, but I'm going hook and ladder.
Doubles formation. Pallett's in the backfield. Offset to the right. Gurdon drops it. He's got to run for it. He picks it up. He's going to be brought down immediately for a no gain. Lucky hung on to that, got that ball back. Nice bounce on that friendly Texan turf. Don't want to see that right there, though. 8:05 remaining. Clock is ticking. Now under 8. Pallett's back in the ball game for Tomko. Second down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Clock is not our friend. Ball is on the Timberwolf 47-yard line. Handoff, Payless. End around. It's going to be caught. That's going to be a quick pass out from Cooksey. Incomplete. I like the thought. Great coverage, though, by Cedar Park. They were not fooled.
They were not fooled. They're probably expecting that right now. I'm sure their coaches told them they're looking for something crazy. They're intended for Dawson Johnson.
Cooksey, little lefty.
Yeah.
Look like Tim Tebow right there. And, yeah, Dawson Johnson and who else was over there? Looked like Kovacevic, yes, in the vicinity.
It's kind of in between both of them, over Kovacevic's head and just in front of Dawson Johnson where he couldn't get to it.
3rd and 10, Gurdon back to pass. Across the middle, caught. First down, Christian Lee got a flag. Oh, the ball come loose? No.
No, sir.
I'm not sure what the flag is, but we'll take a look and see. Came out of the back, though. I hope that's not a holding call on the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a little zip route inside there for Christian Lee, and he misses the first.
Oh, pass interference on Friendswood. Must have rubbed him off somewhere, and a little pick play.
Yeah.
Wish we could see the replay of that, as he did come across there, like you said, in that little zip. But I don't know if we had someone said maybe illegal pick. I don't know. Regardless, it's going against Friendswood.
Yeah, they're going to back us up on that. It's a big gain that we don't get. We're not going to play it on the big screen so we can't see it. 7:28 on the clock here in the fourth. It's going to make that now third, and they keep walking. Stop walking. Stop walking. He's still walking.
We can call this third and South Main over here from NRG.
I believe so.
Ball is spotted on the Friendswood 38-yard line. It is third down and 25 officially. And maybe look for a draw play here to get. We're going to have a false start. So we want to go a third and 30. Well, and here we go. Back them up 5 more. False start for the Mustangs. Ball will now be spotted on the Friendswood 33-yard line. It is now third and 30. Because I don't know how deep in the playbook you have to go for a third and 30. It's a long way back.
Yes, I don't know.
In a normal game, normal situation, you run a little quarterback draw, a little running back draw here. But, I mean, you're down in the playoffs 17. You need something big. Gurdon dropped for a sack. Came out of nowhere. It's number 40, Ronald Caldwell. Came from the backside. Gurdon was hit before he even knew what hit him. Puts them back on their own 27. Fourth and 36 now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Friendswood timeout there. The clock is running now 6:35. I mean, do you punt this away? Do you go for it anyway? If they score, it's insult to injury. You're down 17. You got to have 3 scores either way with only 6.5 minutes on the clock. I know it sounds crazy to go for it when it's, fourth and 36. That sounds ridiculous. I understand that.
Yes. No, but, I agree with you. And what do you do on a fourth and 36? I mean, you just throw it deep and hope for the best because you've got to keep the ball in your possession. The time is not your friend right now. You just – but you punt it away, and we've seen Cedar Park, they can churn the clock a little bit too.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think you go for it and hope for the best.
And the difference in the rules here, PI, it's the spot of the foul.
Yes.
In the pros, it's just 15 yards. So this wouldn't help them in the pros either way, right? Isn't that the difference?
Yeah.
So it's a difference of trying to get a PI. So I'm not sure what the coaches are cooking up. I definitely would not want to be in their shoes. I know the boys want to keep playing. There's no doubt in my mind. Those Friendswood Mustangs want to keep playing, keep plugging along, be on the field as long as they possibly can. There is no quit in these guys at all. I know all these boys. They work so hard, and they want to keep this thing rolling as much as they can. So they're wanting to go for it, I'm sure.
Sure,
but
well,
it's a tough call.
I think they are. I mean, of course, Gurdon stays in anyway as a punter, but right now I see our receiving core. I got Christian Lee and Elizondo off to the right side. Looks like Johnson made McCabe to the left.
Just got to go max protect to give time for the play to develop.
Palitz is in the backfield 3.
Oh, my goodness.
No, we have a false start.
Come on, guys.
There's 3 rushers. You have Big Ben Bell on the right side. I think Bell helped them had a little jumpy now. And now Friendswood's bringing a whole new personnel. It's now 4th and 41. 4th and 41 for Friendswood, and they are going to punt this thing away now. Oh, that's frustrating right there. You got a timeout. You burn a timeout to set something. That's 2 times Friendswood's come out of a timeout with a false start.
Yeah, that is so frustrating on the coaching staff to do that. You think you call the timeout and they know the play.
Oh, Gurdon, that ball was that was almost over the punter's head. That ball is going to be kicked down to the 42-yard line, trying for a return and nothing doing. It's going to be brought down immediately down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Joey Tomko there on the coverage. You know, down there, so the clock drops down to 6:29. The defense of Friendswood's on the field. It's going to be midfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Cedar Park here on the 40-yard line. This is just going to be about pride and respect. Finish this game out. Doesn't look like Friendswood's going to come out on top. Their season's going to end here at NRG Stadium. But this is just about pride, about respect. You got all those starters in the ball game. They're going to play as hard as they can. We know that for a fact, how hard these Friendswood Mustangs are going to keep plugging along here. So here we are, 31 Cedar Park, 14 Friendswood, 6:29, 1st and 10, ball on the 40 for Cedar Park. Cedar Park comes out in doubles, receivers on the left, and an offset back. Handoff up the middle there. Taken by 16. Host of Mustangs in on the play. That was number 16, Jonathan Stockwell, a senior running back there for Cedar Park. Taken down by a host of Mustangs. Looks like Cedar Park may be trying to run a couple guys that have not had a chance to get in the ball game there as seniors. Friendswood, those keeping their defense in and strong, going to try to do their very best to play this game out with pride because you know they are. The coaches are doing that as well.
2nd and 7 now for the Timberwolves. Ball's around the left side. Nice run.
Again, be about 16.
Yeah, about maybe 3 or 4 on that carry, and 3rd down and 3. Madison, we come down to you for a second here, and maybe one of our last times come down to you this season. You know, it's been a great year for the Friendswood Mustangs. 2 rounds of the playoffs after missing the playoffs entirely last year. How are they down there right now? It's got to be a little disappointment.
You know, I see the sadness on the seniors' faces, but I just want them to know there's still 5 minutes left in this game. Anything can happen. I just hope that they don't get too down on themselves.
Right. I agree with you, man. It's been a great season for them, and you know, if you lose second round of the playoffs, you've had a good year.
Definitely.
Cedar Park's going to get a 1st down run by Ryder Hernandez just inside the 50-yard line. They're going to say Friendswood to the 48. Oh, Spiller, you know, Coach, you mentioned this earlier. I was watching Spiller's reaction. He's gotten held a lot tonight, and you know, I'm watching the replay now, and he's doing everything he can. He's been double-teamed a lot this season, and he's just asked for the officials, please, a little help here, and he's just not getting it. But regardless, it's now 1st and 10 for Cedar Park. 4:48 left here in this second-round playoff game. Ball's running around the left side, breaks to the 40, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Oh, they'll give him the 38. Maybe a first, if not about a foot short. This thing stays as it is. Cedar Park will go on to the 3rd round to play their district opponent, Manor, next Friday or Saturday night. And Friendswood will finish this season with their 3rd loss, only their 3rd loss of the season. And a great year for this Mustang squad.
Yeah, and as you look at the Friendswood going forward, we've got junior coming back as senior quarterback. We're going to have a more experienced offensive line. Now, we're losing some vaulted linebackers, as we mentioned in the past.
Absolutely.
Definitely that. We're going to lose, and of course, Christian Lee, some other good receivers. I know, though, we have running backs. We've got a more experienced offensive line for next year. So there's things to build on for next year. I know that they work on that stuff in the spring. Maybe there's a JV sophomore, junior coming up, going to make a big impact for us next year. You never know. But it's tough, Kirk. I'm sorry. It's hard to talk about it, man.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It always is.
Season being over. I know all these boys and their parents, how much hard work they put in for this entire season, really for their lives. And they end up finishing. Some of these guys are playing on. Some of them are not. It's tough, man.
Oh, absolutely. You know,
you get choked up thinking about it. Poor guys. They work so hard for this. They work. They pump the iron. They work. They run. They're out there sweating 2 days in the summer. The constant work they put in. It's just tough, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to give shout out. We'll give shout out to a few seniors here, and you know, it's and I don't want to miss anyone, but at the end of the day, you know, some guys that have been watching now for a few years. You know, Dane Roney, seen him since it seems like forever. You know, and just what a great season, great run he's had, great leader, great families, as you know as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Ryan Helton. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ryan Helton myself on a personal note. I can remember when Ryan was a 7th grader playing D tackle. And Justin, my son, was a senior, and he helped Ryan, you know, just learn some technique and whatnot, and we've followed Ryan ever since. And you know, Ryan was a lifter like Justin, and and to see what he's done. And now here Justin is coaching in college, and Ryan's a senior. I mean, how time flies. But the respect I have for Ryan and his family, what great people, and Ryan's going to go on to do great things.
Absolutely agree.
And football or not football, I mean, just is going to be a great human being. That's all you can ask for as a parent. So Ryan Helt, I want to give a shout out to you as well. It's 3rd and 9 now for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. That pass is complete, and it's going to be enough for another Cedar Park first down. Ball's on the 28-yard line of the Mustangs. 3:33 left, a new set of downs for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, you want to also take a little mention there of Christian Lee. He came into Friendswood, moved in here.
Yes.
I think his freshman year, played a little quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. In the early days, ended up getting to be tall, big, strong. I know he's going to North Texas. He's playing at the next level. He's had a great year and a great impact here on the program. Only been here for 4 years. I say only, but he did move in. We're proud of him, what he's done for the Mustang program.
And looking forward to seeing him play on Saturdays next year.
Yep.
It's a run up the middle for the Cedar Park Timberwolves. That will be enough for another Cedar Park first down. 3:05 in this ball game. Clock is rolling. Cedar Park 31, Friendswood 14. Cedar Park will advance to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Hey, Mass, I'm going to come down to you one more time, and this is the last time we're going to talk to you this game because this thing's about over. I just want to say thank you for the job you've done and all you guys have done this year. Looking forward to doing this with you next year.
Yeah, it's been a great season. Thank you all so much for having me, and I can't wait to come back.
Absolutely, Matt. You're doing a great job, and I know it's disappointing for you for this game to end this way too, but, it's for you. You're going to be back next year, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm a junior.
Absolutely. That's what we want to hear right there, and can't wait to have you back in Madison. Start working your way back up here, and don't get lost in NRG, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you all for having me.
Absolutely. That was, again, Madison Bodie. Great job she did for us this season. She, Amaya, Cody.
Jacob LaRue sitting here beside
Jacob LaRue
me.
did a great job on the board for us.
Soleil Nignac was here.
Soleil, again, and Al Tag and the job that he does to get these kids ready to work with us on Friday and Saturday evenings.
Yep.
Been a lot of fun here on MCS Sports. And thank everyone for listening to us this year. We've had some great listeners throughout the year. Mary Reinhardt, it goes without saying, we love you and the support you've had. And everyone else listening and chatting us up every game, even occasionally fans from other teams. Hey, we love you too. Don't know you, and you probably never listen to us again, but thanks for listening to our broadcast throughout the season. 1:44 left on the clock. 3rd and 11 for the Timberwolves. 31-14 is the score. Cedar Park in control. They will be going on to the 3rd round, and Friendswood season will be over. Let me just update you on the stats real quick. Cedar Park, 467 yards of total offense to Friendswood's 227. Cedar Park has doubled the Friendswood offensive output. And Friendswood, it wasn't an effort out. It wasn't an effort issue tonight. They ran up against a good squad.
They ran up against a really good team.
Halftime score was 14-7. And Cedar Park got the ball in the second half, and they just came out and methodically engineered a drive. And that was really it. Friendswood was still in the ballgame at that point, but you could kind of see the tide starting to turn as they ate up clock, drove down, got a touchdown, and then Cedar Park's defense just did their thing. And for Friendswood, it was just it was a tough hill to climb tonight against the Cedar Park team.
Yeah, and our 3rd down efficiencies, we just couldn't keep the chains going there on 3rd down. That's kind of been a struggle for us all year. But again, we want to take a moment here and mention. I want to mention thank you, Kirk, so much for that. As the pass is made there.
Interception by the Mustangs. 5, 10,
by
15,
Connor Haynes,
20,
seniors.
25, 30. Still on his feet. Connor Haynes to the 40-yard line. Great job, Connor Haynes. And Spiller is just getting. I'm just going to say it right now. He's been getting held all game long.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. I may be biased. I know I'm biased. Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay. But regardless, Connor Haynes, great job right there. Get it to the 40. There's 1:31 on the clock. Friendswood down 17. And we talk about seniors don't want to end their season. There's one right there.
Yeah, Connor Haynes has had a great year. We've said his name over and over and over this year. He happens to be my in-law's neighbor. I've known Connor a long time, coach's brother too. What a great kid, a great family. I know his mom real well. So Connor's had a great year, a big impact for the Mustangs this year. Really every year has played a really, really good game, a really, really good season. So proud of Connor and all the work that he has done.
Doubles formation for the Mustangs. Ball's in their own 42. Tomko back in. Gurdon looking for it all. Going to have to go to Tomko on the check down. Tomko caught at the 42, brought down at the 45. Clock rolls. Friendswood has no timeouts. 1:18 left in the ball game. Friendswood down 31-14.
Tomko, another senior.
Yes.
Great job he's done run. Matthew Veach, another senior running back we've got who runs really hard. So we're going to definitely miss those guys next year.
You know, in Friendswood, every year I do this, we say these seniors, we're going to miss them when we will. And then somehow Friendswood finds a way to reload every year. Up, going back to Veach. Veach at the 40, going backwards, nowhere to go. Cedar Park just swarms on Jared Veach. Gets him down to the 42-yard line. He's going to lose 2 on that. It's now 3rd down and 9 for the Mustangs. 38 seconds on the clock, and it is rolling. Ball is on the Friendswood 43-yard line. Gurdon back to pass. Veach staying in the block. Gurdon rolls to his right. Oh, he's got Lee if he can hit him. Lee caught out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Cedar Park. 1st down. Christian Lee had some cushion. Beautiful catch. Nice pass by Luke Gurdon. 17 seconds here on the clock. Ball is spotted at the Cedar Park 33. Be nice to get one more score. It will be academic, but still be nice.
Yeah, I was going to say one more just for these guys to get one more score here. It'd be great. Again, it's academic. It's not going to really matter. Except for just a little bit of pride here. We're just 17 seconds, and they're going for it right here to McCabe.
McCabe. That ball is incomplete. McCabe in his hands. Dropped, I think, once he hit the turf. Oh, goodness. Nice job by the Cedar Park defender, number 23, Josh Bretz, of helping McCabe up. Great show of sportsmanship right there from that defensive back. McCabe.
A little slow getting up. And
McCabe, and that's a great play by the DB, number 18, Shane Cathy. McCabe had it. Cathy knocked it out as McCabe was going down. Credit where credit is due. I mean, that's a great spot.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
Yeah, great stop. And, again, like you said, good sportsmanship by Cedar Park there at the end.
2nd down and 10. 10 seconds on the clock. Johnson in motion. Pressured Gurdon. Gets away from run. Does not get away from the second. He is going to be sacked, and that is going to be the last play of the season. Cedar Park advances to the 3rd round of the playoffs, and the final score is 31-14. Cedar Park ends Friendswood's season right here at NRG. A lot of seniors sad right now, and I'm right there with them, Coach. And I've gone through this many times, many senior classes watching this, and it just doesn't get easier. You know your season's going to end one time in these next few weeks. You just don't want it to end in November.
Yeah, it is so tough. I don't have a senior yet. You've been through this, like you said, twice. My son's only a sophomore, my oldest. My daughter's an 8th grader, but I just hate it for these guys because, again, I know many of them. I know their families. I know Garrett Massey, who accepted his role as a backup quarterback, came in when they needed him to come in and did whatever he needed to do, whatever the team needed him to do. That's a teammate right there. So proud of Garrett Massey. I had him back in the 7th grade. We could go on and on with these seniors we have on this team, Kirk. It's just a sad time for them. I know that. It's going to be tough on them. It's going to be hard on their families. It's just something they put so much work into, so much effort, so much pain, literal pain, playing football, and the hard work, the sweat, the blood, and the tears. We're just proud of all these guys and what they've done here for the Friendswood program. And really, they've built on the legacy that's been put before them by other seniors back in the year, like your son, for example, Justin Lowe, the Longbothams, the Jonathan Johnsons, the Pete Matzelds, the Jacob Karams, the kids that we could continually list that really had this program and has taken the Friendswood program to a perennial power each and every year. And, of course, again, I'm sounding like a homer, but I've worked here now for 14 years. So
we're homers.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and
No
admit
doubt.
it. So proud of what they've done here. And I want to give a quick thanks to you for allowing me to come out here. I'm no Justin Lowe. I'm no Justin Lowe. but I do my best to fill in here
man.
and have a good time with it.
What
And,
a year, man. It was fun.
It's been a lot of fun, Kirk. I really appreciate you asking me. I've had a great time with it. I'm glad my wife let me do it, first of all.
Yes.
But it's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed
Shout out to
it,
Mrs.
sir.
Fritz. Yes,
And
absolutely. It's been a great year, man. You did a great job from day one, and it's just I love doing these games. I love working with these students.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Tag and just allowing us a chance to do something we love to do, but a really chance to share our love with all these players, these parents, and try to give back a little bit to the community.
Sure.
Is a joy. And I'm going to give a shout out to Cedar Park, because at the end of the day, they are advancing. Great job, great team, great win. They will advance next weekend to play in Pflugerville next Friday night at the P Field versus Manor, a district opponent. So congratulations to Cedar Park. Now you beat Friendswood. Hope you go all the way, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
But
you want to lose to the eventual champion. That's the way I want to do it. If I have to lose.
But I also say this now, there's a Shadow Creek Foster teams who are on the other side of this bracket who they're going to play one of in a week if they get past Manor.
Yeah.
Like to see a district opponent go on too. So either way, it's going to be interesting to see. But no doubt disappointing that it's not going to be our Friendswood Mustangs. Again, thank everyone for listening tonight. Thank you, Jacob LaRue. Thank you, Madison. Great job. Coach Fritz, Josh, thank you so much for the job you've done all season.
Thank you, sir.
We will be back on here next year.
And I will sign up for another year. I'm in. If you'll have me, I'll do it.
If they'll have us, if the district, if Thad Rohr will give us blessing, we'll be back here.
I'm in.
Same spot. And hope we'll get to do another game at NRG, because that means we're doing a second or third round ball game next year. Thank y'all for listening. Final score here tonight from NRG, Cedar Park 31, Friendswood 14. Look forward to seeing everyone next season. I'm Kirk Lowe signing out from MCS Sports. We'll see y'all next year.